is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
Welcome to Marano Campus Center Arena, where two of the top teams in Division III hockey plan to duke it out on the ice tonight. The Hobart Statesmen and the Oswego State Lakers. Tonight, I'm your host, Kristen Beyer, and joining me are analysts Mike Marano and Dylan McGlynn. But before we dig into tonight's matchup, let's talk a little bit about the Oswego State Lakers at Canton playing the Kangaroos last night. A really high-scoring game, 6-2. 12 Lakers had recorded at least a point.
Yeah, and a big story for that one would be also the power plays they were able to capitalize on. They had about 10 power plays, and Oswego was able to get 3 power play goals in the second period, which was big, to able to set the pace there, including Travis Broman, who's been on fire lately.
Yeah, and talked about the offense. 4 players had multi-point games. Defenseman Tyler Curry, career-high 3 points, all assists. Josh Zizek, last year's leading scorer, got his first 2 goals of the year. Derek Brown, who's looking like a great fit on that top line with Gillespie and Zizek, had 2 assists, and then Gillespie with a goal and an assist as well.
Absolutely. Tyler Curry, he was able to, with last night's game, push himself into one of the top scorers on the Oswego team. So that was a big night for many Lakers. And some of our usual suspects, though, that we would expect were not necessarily top scorers. Tanner Spink, but he's still been doing pretty well. But you can see Oswego had 38 shots, which is a pretty intense amount for the Kangaroos to have to deal with.
Yeah, and when you put that many shots on net as well, it's really hard to come back from that. So Oswego's doing a great job putting that many shots on net, and also it's a big difference from what other teams are putting up. So that's not giving them your other people a chance to really attack it on the shots while keeping the pressure going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the lines that are going to be playing for tonight's Oswego game is going to be different than the ones in Canton. You can see noticeably the use of freshmen Josh LeBlanc and Colton Fletcher instead of the usual suspects that you might expect. What do you think about that choice?
Yeah, well, I think in a game against a team like Canton, it's a good decision. It's a non-conference game. They're not a highly touted opponent, so I think it's good to let guys like LeBlanc and Fletcher get the experience of playing in their first collegiate game, just get a feel for what it's like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you're going to put these people in these type of players in the game, it's definitely games like yesterday. Get their experience going, have a feel for the ice, and then you can put players that you want to, have in these type of games, definitely just put them on the ice.
Absolutely. But tonight, Josh LeBlanc will noticeably stay in that center spot, and Jody Sullivan instead will be taking Colton Fletcher's spot. And instead of Hansen in the net, it will be Richer, our usual suspect, despite a valiant effort. But coming up next, Tanner Spink has been doing crazy things on the ice, from exhibition games to the Cortland game. But will he be able to record a point tonight and set himself over the top? Stay tuned. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego. Before we left off, we were talking about Tanner Spink's electric breakout preseason with the Oswego Lakers. He tallied 3 goals in the exhibition games and recorded more points in the game against Cortland. So the big question on everybody's mind, could he be the next Zizek?
Yeah, like you said, in exhibition he had 2 goals against Nazareth and a goal against Carleton Place, and he opened it up with a goal in the opening day. Unfortunately, exhibition games do not count, so right now he did not join the barrage of points and the goals against with last game. So if he wants to join with Josh Zizek, he's going to have to carry it up, pick it up fast.
I mean, he certainly has the opportunity to. You look at the line he's playing with, what I think could be the best line in the Suniac. Obviously, we'll talk about it more later, but I think 7 goals last year, he showed you what he can do. He showed flashes of it, so I think now is the time for him to show it consistently.
Absolutely, like you guys said, preseason points don't count. We'll be waiting to see what comes next for him in the new season, which we were able to sit down with him and see his perspective about what's up next for him.
What we're going to be doing this weekend, so we don't want to think too much about last year. We want to play as a team, and I think we have a good matchup against Hobart and Canton. We're pretty excited to play them in their barn, but obviously we want to play against Hobart this year in our crowd. Zizek's a good player. I mean, I remember start of last year, he's had a breakout year, so yeah, I would like to think myself following in his footsteps. He's a great player. He's been a good attribute to his team, so hopefully, yeah, I'd like to play like him. Personally, this year I want to just try to stay healthy, work in the weight room a lot, and try to work on my little goals on the ice here and there. But as a team, I want to try to play my role, and like I said, if everyone plays their roles on the team, we'll have a lot of success this year.
So we see there he was talking about people fulfilling their roles for the season, and he just happens to be on that very impactful second line. What do you guys think playing with Anthony Pissarro and Travis Broman means for him, and how is that line impacting the game?
Yeah, that line, like you said, is a great line. They're both really feeding off each other very well, all giving each other good assists, good looks, and helping them find them back of the net. And I just think they both feed off each other very well.
Yeah, I think you look at Broman, who came out of the CCHL last year where he was tied for 5th in scoring. Everybody that was above him in scoring played D1. We know that he can do it. Pissarro, Buffalo State's leading scorer. I think they're really ready to go, and they've shown it in the first couple games. I think it's a big opportunity for them to show what they can do.
Absolutely, and I think that those assisters on those lines, all of them, not only they help out, but they create plays as well. But another question, could he be one of the team leaders in goals at the end of the season?
Yeah, with the looks that Travis and Anthony are giving him, I think definitely he can be one of the team leaders. They keep feeding him, they keep having the same chemistry. I mean, this line has 5 goals with it, out of the team's 10. So I think, that in mind, helping each other out, I think he can definitely be one of the top scorers.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
And you can see his breakaway chances. He is just creating different things. What do you think he can do going forward? Because he didn't record a point at Canton last night.
Yeah, he didn't record a point at Canton, which is tough, but he can just shake that off. He's a very talented player. He could show everyone that he could be a top scorer, and he showed it in exhibition. All he has to do is let the puck just come to him, have these easy looks, and I think he could be a very effective player.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like he has a nose for the puck, and when you're playing with the guys that he is, all you really need to do is be around the net, just be ready to go. That's what he's been doing, and I think it's going to continue to pay dividends for him this season.
And Tanner spoke with us about how he was trying to work on scoring low goals around the net. Do you think that he'll be able to do this, and do you think that that will make a big difference?
If he's able to apply it, he knows what he has to do to get goals, and he's looking at tape. He knows what to improve on. So if he could I think he could definitely improve on those too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's primarily a skill player right now, not a big guy, 5'10", 175. But I think if he can get that down low play really established, that makes a really deadly duo of him and Broman.
Absolutely. But coming up next, one Oswego Laker is being compared to a Laker, former Laker turned NHL player. Who is it? Stay tuned.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
It's taste, not toast.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP, your television.
Freshman forward Travis Broman, he has been making a huge impact. He was recently declared the SUNYAC Rookie of the Week, and he has now been drawing comparisons to 2008 Laker Eric Selleck, who went on to play in the NHL. So, do you think the hype is real, or is it too soon to tell?
Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I am believing the hype of Travis Broman. This freshman is putting up great numbers, and not even just in the regular season, but the exhibition. But right now in the regular season, he's scoring 3 goals with 4 points. That's leading the team in both tied for points. I think he could be, and as a freshman, he's being a great X factor. I think he could be a great role, and I'm definitely believing the hype.
Yeah, I'm all in on this kid. Freshman, he showed not afraid. He's making a big impact. 2 goals in the first game and another one last night. And I think he's just such a big body in front that he's so hard to stop. And he's shown that he can really he's really great at the redirects. So that's something I'm always looking for him, especially on the power play. I think he's a threat from everywhere on the ice.
But for a little bit of reference, let's take a look at Eric Selleck's numbers that he was putting up while he was in Oswego.
Yeah, and again, Travis is only a freshman. I think, he could definitely get up to these type of stats with the games played and goals. I think, I believe you can definitely believe the hype with him, especially with these stats, and I think it's doable for Travis to catch up and have similar numbers.
And do you think it's a coincidence, 10 years from Selleck's freshman year, Broman's freshman year? Just throwing it out there.
Absolutely. And we've seen this year the squad, they have those impactful freshmen, but they've also had a lot of impactful transfers as well. What players are surprising you on this Oswego squad right now?
Right now, as the season goes on, one player that surprised me is Tyler Curry. He's had 4 points. Last season he had 7 points total. Now he's already had 4 points coming off the 3-point game he had last night. I think he's doing a great job improving in there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Derek Brown, transfer, junior, but a transfer from University of Niagara, so not too far from here. I was a little surprised, I would say, last week when he was on the first line, but he showed his impact. He's played really well, and I think he's fitting really well with Gillespie and Isaac on that top line.
Are there any players that have surprised you guys in the sense that they're not playing up to par?
what I would say is, I wouldn't say up to par, but Devin Campbell is one other player to look for that needs to improve a lot, especially with McMillan out. He has to be the top defensive guy with the captain, and he has to become an X factor quick for these Lakers.
Yeah, and kind of a cop-out answer, but I'm going to go with goalie David Richet. Obviously, you saw his numbers last year, what he did, one of the best goalies in the country. Struggled in the exhibition games. Played pretty well against Cortland, but didn't face a lot of high-pressure opportunities. Tonight, he's going to face a lot more shots and a lot more good scoring chances, and I think they really need him to be on his game, not just tonight, but also the rest of the year.
Is there anybody who has just impressed, any solid player that you see all the time on the ice?
Travis Roman, I hate to beat that stick again, but he's really impressive as a freshman too. He's going to be a big X factor for this team.
But coming up next, we are going to break down the rest of the game, and we will also have your players to watch. Stay tuned. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
You know who's going off in fantasy this week? Drew Brees.
Brees with time.
You guys are sleeping on Odell Beckham Jr., though. I think he's scoring 3 TDs this week.
And it throws it back across the middle.
No, tell me, the Bears' defense is what's going to go off this week. I mean, holy
Chicago Bears.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America and your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Want to know all the latest things pop culture? Tune in to Let's Talk About It every other Monday at 10 p.m.
It's Hockey Night in Oswego, and the name of tonight's matchup is probably the most exciting competitive non-conference game that you will see this season. As of right now, Hobart is ranked number 5 and Oswego is ranked number 6 on the USCHO's National College polls. So, you guys, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
Well, coming off of, last game's performance, Oswego did a great job, keeping the power plays down and capitalizing. So, I hope that Oswego is able to capitalize off those power play goals and keep the fast pace that they've been accustomed to.
Yeah, basically what you said. I mean, Hobart really struggling with the penalties, averaging 9 penalties a game, which is just absolutely absurd. And I mean, if they take anywhere close to that, I think it's going to be a long night for them tonight.
Hobart recently just suffered their first loss of the season versus Norwich, which had an impact on their rankings. However, they have been scoring very high-scoring games. They tend to do very 6-2, 4-2 games. What do you think will be the scoring situation for tonight?
You never know in these type of games. They could always have top scoring and then they can't score. But they have to just keep the pressure on early. If they want to score as much as they want, and if they want to score a lot, they have to keep the pressure on Oswego and not let up. Yeah,
I think they have to take advantage of any Oswego penalties they might take, because the Laker power play penalty kill, I should say, is only 3 for 6. That's not very good right now. Obviously, it's early, but I think if you're Hobart, you got to take advantage when you're on the man advantage.
So, looking at last season's matchup between Oswego and Hobart, it was a very tight game. It ended in a Laker loss. but you can see here it was only 2-1.
Yeah, and as you see here, Hobart had 27 shots. That's very unfamiliar with, with Oswego putting up as many shots as they are doing this season. And also they were able to capitalize off the power play too. So what Oswego would love to take from this, and is just to put more shots on net.
Yeah, and one thing that stood out to me was the face-offs, 35-19 in favor of Hobart in that game, and that's something I'm looking for tonight, especially defensive zone face-offs, always key.
And spectators at that game got some free hockey because it ended up in overtime. But now let's take a look at the polls to see where Oswego and Hobart sit in comparison to other people in the Division III.
Yeah, you can see Hobart ranked 5th now, just under Oswego, and today's matchup is definitely going to affect that.
Yeah, I think big opportunity for both teams as they're both right up there with plenty of room to move up, but also plenty of room to move down.
So you can see the difference between the D3 hockey poll, though. Oswego is ranked 7 and Hobart has dropped to 11. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, definitely. It shows the little to no room for error they can have when dropping. They have to keep up, and they just have to keep winning these games to move up or to stay. Because when you lose, you could drop very far.
Yeah, I think it shows maybe D3 hockey doesn't like Hobart as much because they dropped from 5 to 11 after the loss last week. But I think it shows the parity in this in the country right now. There's a lot of teams that are competitive and that are going to compete for that number 1 spot.
Well, now we're going to get a little more perspective with our sideline reporter, James Catato.
Thanks, guys. I am right next to the Murano Campus Center ice, and you guys said it best. It is going to be an absolute battle between two of the best in Division III hockey. However, Oswego being the only one out of the two teams that still holds an undefeated record, as Hobart took a very tough 3-1 loss over the now number 8 ranked team in Division III hockey, Norwich. Hobart had a very tough time finding the back of the net, only scoring their only goal of the contest with the last 30 seconds to play in regulation. It is going to be very exciting showing tonight, as Oswego looking forward to a lot of offensive streaks, as they are very hot offensively, scoring 20 goals in their last 4 appearances, including preseason. It's going to be a very fun one to watch, and they do share a common opponent, which will be a very good indicator to see how this contest goes tonight. After Hobart and Oswego both defeated the Nazareth Soaring Eagles, scoring 5 goals apiece, it is guaranteed that this contest will be electrically offensive the entire way through. Back to you guys.
Thanks, James. Now, guys, I have to ask, who are your Hobart players to watch?
Hobart players to watch, definitely got to look out for Jonas Tupal. In 4 games, he's had 5 goals, 2 points, and 7 assists. Not only is he scoring a lot, he's also being a big playmaker. So Oswego's have to watch out for him.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go with their goalie, Alex Connell. Now, entering this season, he had a career .932 save percentage, which is phenomenal. But this year, through 3 games, it's only .900. He struggled a little bit this year compared to how he's done in the previous year. So I'm really looking at him. He needs to have a big game tonight.
So we've talked about Hobart a little bit. Now, who are your Oswego players to watch?
One of my Oswego players to watch, definitely Josh Isaac, coming off of the 2-game performance he had last night. He wants to get back into the form that he had last year when he had 13 goals, 18 assists, and 31 points total. So if he gets going, this Oswego team could definitely start winning some games a lot more.
Yeah, I'm actually going with Joey Molinaro. Hasn't scored yet, but he leads the team with 9 shots on goal, and he's playing on the power play. I think he's due for one anytime now.
Do you think anybody will have a breakout game tonight?
Breakout game? I'm hoping that David Richer also has a great game, because he's struggling a little bit, especially against Portland, giving up 2 goals on 16 shots. He's looked great, but I hope that he can, really lock that, starting goalie position that he already has, but it just proves that maybe he can now improve a lot more coming into the season.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at Aaron Huffnagel tonight. I think he's shown a lot. He can move the puck. He's very skilled. We saw him last Friday playing on the 4th line against Portland. He's up to the 3rd line tonight, and I think he's got a chance to really do some damage, because he's a great stick handler, and he's really smart with the puck in the offensive zone.
So last season, there was the overtime game. Do you guys think that we will get some more free hockey tonight, or do you think that these squads are just fundamentally different from last year?
I think Oswego is just trying to do a great job. I think both teams just wanted to fix what they had last year, and all they can do is just, Oswego can only just, move on from the last game, and just kind of show what they made of this year with all the new players that they have.
And that's all for us here in the press box. Here in the perch soon, we'll go to the press box and have our keys to the game. Stay tuned. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
Want to watch a movie? Go to WTOP10.com and select Movies on Demand. You can find some of your old favorites and some new ones too. And it's free on campus. Watch and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Isaac with a nice spin move. He's going for the puck. He's got Spink. Leaves it for Huntington. Huntington Spink, and he scores! Isaac go. Shot Huntington. He scores! Aaron Huntington ties this game at 3. Monaro gets the front of the net. It comes out in front. Shot scores! Cam Barry!
Hockey Night in Oswego starts now.
Starting with Hobart, they lost to number 12 Norwich. How do they get back to their winning ways?
You know, this team is very talented, but they need to stay disciplined. They've taken an average 7.5 penalties per game. That's way too much. And Oswego has an electric power play earlier this season at 35.7%. Also, you need some clean defensive zone exits for Hobart. Oswego has a relentless forecheck that led to a couple of goals last night and even in the game against Cortland. Don't Don't be afraid to exit along the boards, and don't be afraid to dump it into the neutral zone. And finally, Richer has not looked great, so throw shots on net. He's given up a couple softies and hasn't had great rebound control early on.
Now for Oswego, they cruised past Canton last night by a score of 6-2. How do they keep this momentum going?
Shape up that PK. You're at 50%. Not great, and you can't afford to take a shift off against a team like Hobart, ranked 5th in the nation.
Absolutely, man. We are on our way as Gillespie. He's going to send a pass over to Zizek, but that's going to be taken away by Travis Schneider. Schneider skating down to the right side. He's going to pass it down to Zach Tyson. Instead, that's going to be taken away by Gillespie. 3-on-2. Gillespie looks for Curry. Curry gives it a shot. It's saved by Alex Cottle. Giving back. Battle for puck right now as Hobart is able to get it out of their zone. Travis Schneider dumps it off into the zone. Change coming in for Hobart.
Smart safe play by Hobart.
Absolutely. It's Broman. Skating down. Broman's just going to take a shot, and it's high. Hits the net. And play time has stopped.
Yep, and a really jumpy first period, first 58 seconds. You see kind of, I don't want to say the nerves, but they're definitely getting their feet on them. Really smart hockey by both teams, not trying to do too much or making any unnecessary risks early on.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good first line shift, putting a lot of pressure on them early as they're already in the Hobart side. As Anthony Passero, he will be taking the face-off against Sternbach. And here we go, Allen, he's going to just take a shot. That's going to be a pass save there by Connell. Puck controlled by Hobart as they are able to get it out of their zone. As we are looking, he's going to give it a pass, and that was just off the net, off Dave Richer. It looks like it was saved there, but instead, Allen is going to give it. Dave Richer gets redirected, and he's able to hold on with 18:36 left to go in the first period.
Yep, bouncing puck over there. Good stop by Richer. Get a reset, don't force anything, and really solid board play by Oswego early on here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like we saw some sloppy play there as the second line wasn't really there for that long, and Hobart had a golden opportunity as they had a left wing swinging down the outside. That was Ryan Lynch at the time. And now we move on to the third line. Chase Bell taking the face-off. He is able to win that as Martinell trying to skate around Chris Brunn, the senior, out of Sweden. He dumps it off. Good play right there as Oswego gets it out of their zone. Molinaro to Emerson. Emerson back to Molinaro. Backhand shot, but that was deflected and it is given back to Chris Brunn. Brunn sets it up from the key, but instead that's going to be taken away by number 96. And that is a shot by 94 and saved by David Richer.
Yeah, and earlier on when you saw Oswego exit their zone, they did it with such speed, and Hobart really playing back, not being aggressive and really trying to stand up Oswego at the line. Interesting to see, because that's when we saw that Cortland had done against Oswego, and really trying to protect themselves from the speed that Oswego has.
Absolutely. That shot is going to be blocked by LeBlanc. Here comes Hannibal from that fourth line. Has some room, but now they're going to set it up as Hannibal gets the shot back. He's going to take a shot. That's going to be saved by Connolly. That was deflected, but couldn't not get the puck in. But now taken control by Hobart. They're able to dump it out of their zone. A huge hit there by one of the Oswego defenders. But instead, this pass from Hannibal is going to be given to Jody Sullivan. Jody Sullivan just takes a whack as Hobart now has the puck. Now this is going to be swung over to Ben Marito. Ben Marito on the left wing. He's going to give it to Curry. Curry skating up with him, keeping up. Curry, good job keeping control with him. A shot that was just wide left, as that wasn't even close to the net, but it's going to be controlled now by Jody Sullivan. Sullivan to Curry. Curry skating the neutral ice. Now he's just going to dump it off in Hobart zone. And it looks like icing is called.
And that's a little sloppy by Curry. You got to have the presence to get to that red line before you dump it in. He tried to loft it up and not get much distance on it, but obviously fresh ice just 17:08 into the period, and that's sliding down for an icing. Really just a little sloppy, and those things, mental errors that you want to limit against such a good team like Hobart.
Absolutely. Josh LeBlanc is going to win that face-off, but that shot is quick, and that's going to be off the net, but instead it's going to be taken for Oswego. Battle for puck right now as Molinaro, or excuse me, that was Ned Dahl. He's just going to dump it off in the zone, and we got change coming up as the first line is coming back. Here's TJ Schultz. TJ Schultz getting down the neutral ice, and he's just going to dump it. Battle for puck right now between Travis Schneider and Carter Allen, and it looks like it's going to be controlled by Oswego. That's going to be given to Tyson. Tyson tried to send it down low, but Oswego looks like it's going to control it. Instead, it's back and forth now between the two defenders as Novik is going to control it, and he is not able to get it out of their zone. Here's a shot there by Faulkner, but it's saved by David Richey.
You know, early on I spoke about the Oswego forecheck, how good it is. Hobart's been tremendous with it. It seems like every single option that Oswego usually takes to get out of their zone is just stifled by Hobart's positioning, and that's why you saw Oswego giving up a poor play to try to get out of the zone, stopped by Hobart's defensive line.
Pissarro wins the faceoff for Oswego. Is controlled by Allen. Tanner Sping can't control the puck as he cannot get it out of the zone, but now he does, and it looks like we have a call, and it looks like offsides was called.
Looked like either an offsides or a hand pass.
Oh, okay, it was a hand pass, yeah. Couldn't really see that as the officials just confirmed that right now, as it was a hand pass. Face-off won by Hobart, controlling in the zone. Here's a quick shot there that is blocked by way, controlled by number 12 there, and it's going to be taken away by Pissarro. Novik is able to control it, gets double team, and Hobart giving them another shot, and it looks like another opportunity there as Spink tries skating down with it, but instead Oswego's going to control it. Allen to Novik to Emerson. Emerson to Pissarro. That was Spink, and it looks like we have a penalty called early with 15:33 left.
Looked like a trip on Hobart. I want to say they stuck their leg out, and looked like they almost knocked Spink down, but it actually looks like it's an offside of some sort here.
Yeah,
it's taken out of the zone.
It looks like the official, he had his hand up, and it looked like we were going to have
it looked like Spink got tripped up there as one of the Hobart players stuck their leg out. But
yeah, honestly, that definitely should have been a call, but instead the officials didn't see it, and Oswego's going to win this face-off as Antonucci. He's going to send it over to Chris Brunn. Brunn over. He's going to send it down to Hofnagel. Hofnagel to Chris Brunn. Chris Brunn, he gives it a go, and that's going to be wide left, controlled by Hobart as they are able to get it out of their zone. No icing is called. Brunn tried to give it over to 9, and there's a quick shot there, saved by Richey.
You really saw play, and you saw earlier in that offensive sequence for Oswego, Tyler Antonucci, the freshman, making his home debut in regular season, try to creep down there towards the goal line. Offensive-minded defenseman, but nonetheless a really good positionally sound defenseman. Tried to sneak in, create a little offense for a Lakers team that, as the defense, only scored 3 goals all season last year.
Extra man on the ice now for Oswego as Scorpio coming into the game as Rizzo tried to get it off the net, but now Campbell just trying to get it out, but instead it's going to be controlled by Hobart again. It looks like Hobart is about to set it up. Here we go. Here comes a one-timer saved by David Richey as LeBlanc. LeBlanc giving it up. And an opportunity for Hobart. Battle of the ice, and a good try there by Nanable from that 4th line. Very good job there, but Hobart is able to clear it out.
Really solid stop there by Hobart, and really good job by their defense not letting a second chance come out of that play.
Absolutely. Curry, he's going to skate around, looks for a pass. It was going to go off Gillespie. Now into the Hobart zone. Now it is Blake Coffey, the extra man for Hobart in this game now. As Tanner Shaw, he's going to give it up to Zach Tyson. Now we got a 2-on-1. 2-on-1 opportunity. That shot is just wide right. And we have a penalty going to be coming up. And it looks like the call is going to be on Oswego. And into the box right now, that is Max Novik, as he's going to be sitting in the penalty box for 2 minutes. A gold opportunity here for the Statesmen.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a power play that's really solid. They're a team that has a great offense, and I did not get to see the call there, so we'll announce that shortly once we get the announcement here from the PA.
Serbach to Faulkner. Faulkner at the point. He's going to give it to Pizzo. Serbach trying to get something going. Gives it back to Pizzo, who scored the lonely goal in that game against Norwich. But that pass is going to be intercepted by Chris Brunn, and he's just going to dump it off in their zone again.
And that was a boarding call there as the PA announced it. So tough 2 minutes to kill, and Oswego's power play, or penalty kill, has to step up.
Absolutely. As it is Jonas Tupel, the captain. He gives it to Faulkner. Faulkner walking, and that pass is going to be intercepted by Spingo. Actually, it went deflected off him, but Hobart has to reset in their zone. No offside call there. It was really close. Opportunity there as Pizzo couldn't handle it, and it looks like Hobart's got to reset once again, and that puck was on the blue line, which means offsides is called.
Great play by Emerson just to chip it outside of the defensive zone for Oswego. Make Hobart come out, reset, and that's just those simple plays like that kill 5-10 seconds off a power play and makes it a lot easier for the PK to get their work done.
Travis Schneider taking the face off, and this is won by Hobart, but they're going to have to reset. Just over 1 minute left to go in the power play. As this pass is sent out to Travis Schneider, dumps it off in the zone. He's just going to swing it around to Tanner Shaw. Tanner Shaw right back to Schneider, and it's cleared away by Oswego. Wonderful job there as Hobart once again has to reset. 45 left to go in the power play. Shaw resetting the offense again with their extra man early in this one. He gives the pass out, and it's taken away by Oswego. So far, so good with the penalty kill. Here's Scorpio, but instead it's going to be Alex Connell as he's going to be dumping it off to Zach Tyson.
And that was a great read by Campbell, the captain for Oswego, intercepting the pass and sending it down the length of the ice.
Yeah, definitely some sloppy play so far from Hobart, but you got to give Oswego a lot of credit as they are doing really well in the penalty kill as Chris Braun is able to dump it off, and it looks like the penalty kill is successful for Oswego as they return to full strength. Here at neutral ice, that pass is sent out, but that was just a little wide as Devin Campbell has it for Oswego. The captain gives that pass off to Zizek, but then it was deflected off him and taken once again by Hobart. Into the neutral zone, that pass is going to be sent out, intercepted by Campbell. Campbell to Curry. A little bit of three-way passing with Gillespie. Races up. Gillespie tried finding Derek Brown, but wasn't able to get the puck. But now Zizek tried blocking it. Opportunity here. Who's going to get there first? No icing is called as Tanner Curry couldn't get to the puck in time, but he's able to give it to Gillespie. Gillespie takes a licking. Then he's going to give it out to Tanner Spink, as he's skating in the zone. Spink still has it. Now he's getting with Templeton. Travis Broman, who's been hot, gives it to Zizek, but that was a good block there by the defenseman. That was Jack McNee, the captain from Ridgewood, New Jersey. Oswego trying to get something going. Travis Broman battled for puck right now as he just wasn't able to get it, and that's going to be taken by Bissido, and he's going to dump it off in the Oswego zone, but icing is called.
Yeah, really solid rush there by Oswego. I would have liked to see Zizek take the shot. Didn't have a great angle, but with the defenseman in that tight, it's second nature and frankly instinct for them to go down to block the passing lane. And there was frankly nothing there on the pass from the start of the play, but nonetheless, Oswego gets a offensive zone face-off here.
Passero is able to win the face-off as this one's given to Tanner Spink. Spink swings it over to Broman, deflected off, but Spink is able to get it back. Spink to Passero. Brown from the key. Here we go, Novik gives it right back to Passero as he just swings it around. Passero to Spink, back to Passero. He takes a hit from a Hobart defenseman, and instead Broman is not able to get it, but Hobart isn't able to clear it out of the zone as Novik takes it from the key, and this one is given to Broman. He takes a shot, and it's saved by Connell. A good pass saved by him, but the puck went out of play.
Yeah, and what confidence by Broman to carry the puck, so strong in the puck, able to wind around, and is basically at center point. If he loses that puck and can't protect it well enough, then that could be a potential breakaway for Hobart. So for him to have the strength to protect the puck and also the confidence to make that play, very impressive from the freshman in his third game as a Laker.
Absolutely. As Aaron Hofnagel is going to be taking the face-off against Will Harrison. And this one's going to be controlled by Hobart as he tries to get it out of the zone. Good job by him, but as Mitch Emerson was able to, as Molinaro had to leave that puck because he would have been offside. And this is that puck is dumped to David Richey, and play has stopped with 10:01 left to go in the first period.
Richey seems to be really confident in his team and a defense to take those face-offs and resets rather than trying to dump it out because there wasn't too much pressure from Hobart there. So for him to hold on to it, has the confidence in the face-off crew and really just getting it out of the zone as Oswego wins another face-off.
Robitel lost that facebuck and a huge hit. And now we got some really aggressive play by both teams. And this one's going to be dropped off to Chris Brunn. Chris Brunn makes a good move. Oswego resetting. He gives it to Molinaro. Molinaro, that pass is deflected off. Still in the zone. No icing is called. Battle for the puck right now. That's going to be won by number 58. Little scuffle. And it's going to be taken by Campbell from the point. That's going to be saved by Alex Connell as it took a deflection off of Hofnagel.
Hofnagel getting into it with some Hobart players here. That's 37 on Mark Benemerito. And I believe that was also number 58, Blake Coffey as well. So a little feisty, trying to stand up for his guy Molinaro, who got just absolutely wrecked at the Oswego blue line.
Joey Scorpio in to take the face-off now as he steps out, and now it's going to be Jody Sullivan from this fourth line, and that's going to be controlled by Oswego. Give it to Devin Campbell. Campbell tried to give it to Hofnagel, but instead that was going to be intercepted by Delancourt, and here comes Hobart. Moving up the ice is McDougall, and Devin Campbell's just going to dump it off. Nedadell, he's going to give it to Hofnagel, but that's going to be some deflections off, and Hobart's going to be controlling it. Hobart just dumps it off into their zone. That's going to be taken by Campbell. Campbell swings it over to Curry. Curry to Scorpio, to Nenadell. Here comes Jody Sullivan, 3-on-2 here. That's going to be a goal for Jody Sullivan, as he's like, why not? I'll just give it a go. And he finds the back of the net, and Oswego takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and what a shot by Jody Sullivan. Really deceptive one. I was not expecting a shot there, and I think the goaltender, Alexander O'Connell, felt the same way. Just what a rip, really deceptive shot. And I want to see the second replay if we get one, as there might have been a defenseman screening the goaltender for Hobart, as Oswego gets his first on the board here, 8:49 left in the period.
Yeah, there were no defenders blocking him, and Sullivan says, why not? He gives it a go. He's able to convert, and next thing you know, Oswego's up by a score of 1-0. The crowd is really hyped right now as they're telling Alex Connell it is all his fault.
Yeah, and that's a goal I think he wants back, but a really strong shot. And earlier in the neutral zone for Oswego, they really supported each other, finding the small passes to get through the neutral zone. Earlier on in the period, they weren't doing that. They were trying to take it in themselves, a little sloppy in the neutral zone, but Oswego cleaning it up here late in the first period.
Absolutely. Into the Oswego zone as Gillespie was able to get it out. But now, here comes Novik. Novik dumps that pass off to Zizek. It was right off of him. And Brown takes a big hit there from number 58. That was Blake Coffey, their extra man in this game. And that was Allen who gives him a hit, as there was no call there, as that was a clean hit. Now Gillespie. Gillespie has the puck. He's just going to dump it off to Derek Brown, who just took that big hit. Giving to Zizek. And then Zizek, a little bit of miscommunication between him and Novik. And Oswego has to dump it off in their zone. Dave Roche is racing to the sideline. Novik takes a hit, and that's going to be touched last by Hobart as the whistle stops. And Oswego has a power play for the first time tonight in this contest.
Yeah, and this is a big chance for Oswego to go up big in this game. You've seen in their last couple games, when they get that first goal, they seem to really dominate play a couple of shifts after that. So getting a power play on top of that really compounds the situation. Hobart, a really good first period team, gave up just one goal in their previous 4 games in the first period. So their penalty kill is going to need to stand tall.
Their second line has been very effective in this one, as Hofnagel is going to be taking the face-off. And man, oh man, they have been looking really good so far this season. A huge weapon, as I have been saying, as they were able to take care of Can last night, especially in that second period. But this face-off is won by Hobart, and that pass is out of play with 7:44 left to go here in the first period.
Yeah, in the last couple, really 4 or 5 times this period, the referees have thrown out an Oswego center on the face-off, bringing in a second guy. So they've got to be more Oswego's got to be a little bit more mindful of that, taking these face-offs. Not because I believe if you take if you're thrown out twice, you got a penalty.
Hofnagel in to take the face-off now. It's going to be controlled by Hobart. And it looks like we were going to have another puck. That stayed in play. This one is to Passero. Passero to Curry. Back to Passero. Passero skating around. That pass was to Molinaro, but it was deflected off of him as he couldn't handle it. And instead of bad pass there by Hofnagel, but luckily for Oswego, they were able to get it back. Here's Molinaro going on the right side now. He gets the pass out to Broman. Valverde twin. Who has it? And there's opportunity there. That's a goal! Hofnagel is able to find the back of the net, and it's a power play goal for Oswego, and the Lakers now take a 2-0 lead.
And really, I think Hofnagel saw the puck the entire time in the feet of a couple of defenders, a couple forwards for Oswego, and a great job for the Oswego forwards to manage to get the puck out, squirts out an active stick in that scrum. Hofnagel on the back door, just waiting for it to come to him. Great hockey IQ and mindset from Hofnagel to wait for the puck to come to him. You didn't need 3 or 4 guys in that scrum for Oswego. So really smart by Hofnagel to wait for the puck to pop out over to him.
Dennicor or Tanner Shaw, they were not able to find the puck as it was in the crease. And next thing you know, Aaron Hofnagel gets a birthday gift and says, why not? And he capitalizes. Oswego is now up by a score of 2-0. Some aggressive play here between the two. And that one's going to be taken out. And that pass is going to be intercepted. Bad pass there as Hobart is controlling it in their own zone. That is Robitaille. Robitaille is trying to set it up. Here's Matt Pizzo, and that's going to be blocked. And here comes Tyson from that first line. Very effective so far as they've been putting a lot of pressure on Alex Connell. Between it, here's one shot, and looks like there's nothing there, but taken away by Big. Trying to win that. Set the pass on the left side, controlled by Hobart. Going to get out of their zone, and he does a good job there. And looks like that was Ben Marito. He's going to slip and fall, but still controlled by Hobart. So it's made for Hobart as number 12 comes into the game. That is the captain, Jonas Tupal.
Yeah, earlier in that sequence, Oswego's bench clamoring for a penalty call for too many men on the ice. Looked like it, but no call there for Oswego.
Travis Broman couldn't control the puck, and now here comes Hobart. McDougall. Curry right behind him. Devin Campbell going to try intercepting the puck away from him. But now McDougall, he looks like he's going to set it up. Dumps it in the zone, the Tupel. Campbell right there to play it right there. And now it's going to be Dennicor. He's just going to give it a shot. That's going to be blocked by Curry. Now McDougall still has it. Still has it. And now they're going to set it up. Here comes Tanner Shaw. Tanner Shaw, the Dennicor. And he is able to find the back of the net. And Hobart closes the gap to 1.
Yeah, and that's pretty much a clear screenshot. I don't think Richer saw that at all. You saw how late he was to react to that wrist shot. Wasn't a heavy shot, wasn't a strong shot, but really just an excellently placed shot for the Hobart defenseman. And now you're going to see Hobart really start to try to rally back here with 5:19 left in the period.
Had some miscommunication between the defensemen, and David Richer wasn't able to get a good view of that puck. And next thing you know, Hobart closing the gap to 1. 2-1 left with 5:19 left to go in the first period. That faceoff was won by Oswego, but that puck is going to be taken away by Zach Tyson. And it's Richer. And now a little scuffle between the pocket, and it looks like it's Antonucci and Curry. But Schneider, he's going to give it a point, and that's going to be saved by David Richer.
Yeah, Richer looks a lot more comfortable this game around versus the game against Cortland and even the exhibition competition he played against Nazareth College. Much better rebound control. You know, maybe in that first exhibition game he might have coughed up the puck there, but in this game he stops it, traps it with his chest, and gets his glove up there to hold the puck against his chest protector.
TJ Schultz tried to give that shot as there was a lot of traffic, but still took it. Now this is in Oswego zone. Chris Braun lost the puck, but then it's going to be Gillespie is able to help him out, and now Gillespie to Antonucci. Antonucci to Braun. Braun to Emerson, but instead it's going to be taken away by Hobart, and Hobart, Lynch is going to drop it off to Schneider. Schneider double teamed. He's going to give it to Schultz. Schultz is just going to swing the puck around over to Tyson. Opportunity here for TJ Schultz. Will he take the shot? No, he's going to wait, skate around. Let's see if he has another look. Now he's going to take it from the key. Here we go to Travis Schneider, and he lost the puck, and Hobart has to reset.
Broken stick for Brunn as he's racing to the ice here.
Antonucci has the puck with just over 4 minutes left to go. as they are drawing a play. Antonucci, he's going to give this one over to Novik. Novik dumps it off in the Oswego zone. No icing is called. Good hustle there by Broman. Broman, battle for puck right now, is controlled by Novik by Oswego. From the point, excuse me, he's just going to drop it to Broman. Broman, no one there, as that's going to be taken away by Hobart, and that is Bissido. Bissido gets a back, an opportunity there by Chase Bell, but it was just a little too wide as Oswego is able to get out of their zone. Here's Broman, not a lot of room. All he can really do is just dump it off.
Really smart play there by the freshman. It was 1-on-2, and you're not going to really create any opportunities there
Yeah,
at the end
absolutely.
of your shift, especially.
Yep, that would have been a freshman mistake by him, but a smart play there. Here comes Hobart. He dumps in the zone. That's going to be blocked by LeBlanc. Good defense by him. LeBlanc behind the net. He's going to give it to Allen. Allen. And here's the pass over to Jody Sullivan. Sullivan to LeBlanc. And instead, that's going to be taken away by two defenders of Hobart. Some sloppy play by both ends and some aggressive hitting. Who has the puck? It's going to be Jody Sullivan. Jody Sullivan gives it to Nunadal. And some back and forth play in neutral zone. And that one's going to be sent out as he was trying to find Jody Sullivan, but instead it's going to be intercepted by Hobart as they are going to able to reset with 2:25 left to go in the first period. Here's Mitch Emerson. Mitch Emerson in neutral ice, 2-on-2, has Molinaro on the left side. And it looks like offsides is called.
Yeah, and you see the physicality really starting to pick up here in the later stages of this first period, especially between Campbell and a Hobart player who lost his stick earlier on. Guess he thought it was Campbell who knocked it out of his hands, and he went to take a big lick on him. Didn't get too much on Campbell, the big, sturdy senior defenseman out of Greenlee, Ontario. But now you see the physicality picking up, and we'll like to see how that plays out for the rest of the game here.
Good call by the officials as that offside was called. Molinaro, he's just going to dump it off into the Hobart zone. 2 minutes left to go in the first period. Hoffnagel battle for puck right now. Chris Brun couldn't not get to the puck. Instead, Antonucci is going to have to reset. Antonucci, that pass is deflected right off of Bissido. Brun to Antonucci. Antonucci skating the neutral ice. That passes over to Mitch Emerson. Mitch Emerson thought he had a seat, and a huge hit by Bissido, and a penalty is called with 1:38 left, and Mitch Emerson is down.
And that's a really dangerous play right there. I'm not sure if that was intentional on the hit or if it was just the momentum of the two coming together. But Mitch Emerson, as he was going to the boards, his head dropped down, and he went face first into the white part of the boards, not the glass, but the actual boards itself. He's getting up here, looks to be somewhat okay as he's skating off under his own power.
Delacourt is going to be called for the penalty from Bromont, Quebec, and the officials are going to talk this over to see, was this more than just a 2-minute call?
Yeah, and this is the type of play where you could definitely see that being for double minor or even a major penalty, because that's a dangerous hit and a scary hit.
Absolutely, as Mitch Emerson took a huge hit, and wow, what a game. So a lot of aggressive play. Oswego's able to jump off to a 2-0 lead, but then let's go to the replay here. Wow, Delacourt really gave Emerson a licking. Yikes.
And again, just want to reiterate that Emerson is okay. He's on the bench, seems to be fine, isn't talking to the trainer anymore. But that's going to be a match penalty for Delacourt, the defenseman out of Quebec.
Wow.
And that's big.
Yeah, there you go. Delacourt's out of the game. Game misconduct by him. 5 minutes is put up on the clock. And that was a good call by the official, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a dangerous hit. There's not much else to it. Intentional or not, when a player's back is facing you, you never take that hit. You ease up and you let the play happen.
You got to wonder, what was Delacourt thinking?
I think they ran out of real estate. I think that was part of it, and I think that Emerson's head, it didn't fall down, didn't drop down until later in the sequence.
Right.
So that's a dangerous play, but now it's a 5-minute major and a match penalty, I believe, for Denicourt.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark Taylor wants an explanation from the officials explaining why it was called a game misconduct. And that's the right call. It really is. It wasn't necessary for Denicourt to really do that. But here, Oswego's first line coming up, and Zizek is going to move to the left wing. Derek Brown is going to be taking the face-off. 5 minutes put on for the huge power play, taken by Novick. The Gillespie, back to Novick. Going to give it to Derek Brown. Derek Brown's going to hold, and now he's going to give it right back. Opportunity there to Zizek, and that shot was just deflected and wide left.
Right, so on this power play, you want to watch out for Derek Brown on the back door. He scored a couple of goals that way in his early Oswego State career.
As miscommunication was a factor there, here is Gillespie. He's going to drop it off to Novick. Just over 1 minute left to go before the intermission report. Gillespie, he's going to skate around with it. Holds back, double team by 2 Hobart defensemen, and Novick couldn't secure it, and now he's going to have to reset. That was deflected right off of a Hobart defender. And so far some sloppy power play by Oswego. Here's Zizek. Zizek loses it into his own end, but then Gillespie is able to secure it. Gives it over to Novick. Novick. That pass is just a little wide as Hobart is able to clear it.
A little too cute here on this Oswego power play, trying to do too much with it. Got to keep it simple, short passes, and just get it into the offensive zone, then set up from there.
Novick the Passero, right back to Novick. This is Mitch Emerson, who just took a big licking just 2 minutes ago. And Hobart is able to clear it out as Curry wasn't able to get there. And play has stopped with just over 4 seconds left to go in the period.
Yeah, and when you're that weak side forward, you gotta cover the boards there. You know, I believe that was Hofnagel on the boards. Need to seal that wall because you have a center power play defenseman. You have one playing in the middle of the blue line. So you need to do a better job keeping that in the zone as the forward.
Hofnagel's going to win the face-off, and it looks like Curry is just going to hold on to it. And that is the end of the first period. Coming up on the first intermission report, Kristen Byer, Mike Morano, and Dylan McGlynn have your first period stats, highlights, and a preview of what's coming up in the second period. That is all coming up on the first intermission report. But Matt, what did you see so far from both teams?
I saw strong play by both teams, really up and down action, really fast, exciting, and Oswego State really just doing a good job getting on that power play and trying to make some noise.
Absolutely. We are going to take a break. You are watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
exciting first period here at Marano Campus Center. The score is now 2-1. Oswego Lakers in the lead. This tight matchup just keeps getting tighter. But first, let's take a look at those Oswego goals that happened here tonight.
Yeah, Jody Sullivan, first goal. It was great, like you said before. Got the healthy scratch, came up, got the rest, and it seemed to be paying off for the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, you look, it's gonna be right here. Maybe not, but yeah, Sullivan, just a great wrister, nice pass from Nenadal in the neutral zone, and he just takes it up and just beats him blocker side. It was just a great shot.
It was just such a smooth goal to watch go in and out on the ice. So it was just almost a work of genius, and then Hufnagel gets in on this goal-scoring action as well.
Yeah, definitely. An assist by Molinaro and Travis Broman. These people that we're talking about, they're coming up big for these Lakers and becoming big X factors, especially early in the game, trying to set the pace.
Yeah, you get a look at Sullivan's goal right there. Nice shot. You see he carries in and just beats him with that wrister. That's a great shot, and that's why he's such a good addition to this fourth line, because he can shoot like that, but he's also very physical, a grinder, if you would.
And then you can see here on the Hufnagel goal, the Lakers really benefited from the confusion around the net. Can you break that one down a little bit for us?
Hufnagel just able to get a good read. It was lucky bounce. It was a good bounce to him, and he was able just to get the good shot there. So it was great goal for them.
Yeah, great positioning by Hufnagel. Puck comes right to him, and he just taps it in.
And absolutely, but Hobart was not willing to take these two goals lying down, and fairly quickly scored one of their own afterwards. 96, Julian Delacourt, he went for it.
Yeah, definitely put the shot on net. He just trying to they're down 2-0. They just want to try to set the pace, try to push more, because they're not they're trying not to hang their heads right now. They're still in early games. So they just put it on net, and it was able to work out for them.
Yeah, it seems like they're really just trying to get a lot of traffic in front of Richer and just throw it in from the point. That's what they did right there. Delacourt with a nice shot. I don't think Richer even saw it, and it goes to the back of the net.
Absolutely. But then, right afterwards, Delacourt scores a big goal, but then gets himself ejected from the game for boarding Mitch Emerson.
Yeah, that was really tough, especially for Delacourt, who scored the only goal for Hobart. It was tough because now he's out of the game. You got to look for other players to step up. So it was really definitely a big hit. If you look at the replay now, it was a really bad hit.
Yeah, I mean that's just unnecessary. The puck's not there. He gives him a little extra push. He goes face first from the boards. I think it's a good call. It's just not a hit you need to make in that situation.
With that huge hit, the Lakers will be starting the second period with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on that power play. Do you guys think that they will be able to capitalize on that?
They're definitely going to look to capitalize on that, and maybe they can try to take a page out of last game's book, scoring that many, scoring off the power play very efficiently. So they have to start off with the momentum on their side. They got to set the pace very early, and hopefully they can get a shot on net, and hope it goes through.
Yeah, obviously their only power play before that one they scored on, so they're now 5 for 16 on the year on the power play. And obviously, as you know, in a major, if you score, power play doesn't go away, it keeps going. So a really good chance to blow this game open early in the second period.
Well, that was an exciting first period here at the Marano Campus Center Arena. Stay tuned for more hockey night in Oswego. We'll be right back.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
It's taste, not toast.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
You know who's going off in fantasy this week? Drew Brees.
Brees with time.
You know, you guys are sleeping on Odell Beckham Jr., though. I think he's scoring 3 TDs this week.
And it throws it Beckham across the middle.
No, tell me, the Bears' defense is what's going to go off this week. I mean, holy
Chicago Bears.
Looking for these? Drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premium will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America in your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Want to know all the latest things pop culture? Tune in to Let's Talk About It every other Monday at 10 p.m.
And welcome back. I'm Kristen Byer, and I'm joined here by Mike and Dylan. So, with that exciting first period down, there's a lot to go over. Lots of shots, lots of saves, lots of action. What are some initial impressions you got from that period?
Yeah, well, they're definitely, both teams kind of knew, what's at stake in this game. So they're playing a little more physical, putting more hits up. So, that's definitely one thing you could definitely look at.
Yeah, I thought both teams really, for most of the period, struggled to find separation. They struggled to maintain possession. It was kind of back and forth, one-and-done shots. But obviously, we talked about the penalties. It's 2 penalties in the period. For Hobart, one that's carrying over into the second period, which is giving Oswego an opportunity to really start controlling the game, controlling the pace of the play, which is something that neither team was really able to do in the first period, but something I think the Lakers are going to definitely look to do in the second.
Well, let's take a quick look at the stats from that period. What jumps out at you guys?
Usually when we look at these stats, Oswego usually dominates in shots, and it looks almost pretty even on a 2-shot difference. So what Oswego probably needs to do here is definitely just have more possession time, dominate it, set the pace, and just get more shots on net, because the more you'll get, the more opportunities you have to score.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to highlight too, the face-offs. We talked about last year, this meeting, it was 35-19 Hobart. It's 14-10 Oswego after the first period. I thought, especially defensive zone, I thought guys like Anthony Pissarro really doing a good job of just getting that puck back to the defenseman and getting it out of the zone quickly.
Absolutely. And another thing, Oswego is looking like it's becoming a chippier team. There was lots of physicality out on the ice tonight. Were you guys surprised by the big hits, or did you think that they were going to keep on coming?
They were going to keep on coming, in this big of a game. In these games like this, they want to, keep trying to control it, keep trying to keep, again, pressure, and just play physical. Show them that, that they're here to play, and they're going to deliver some hard hits along the way.
Yeah, I think both teams are pumped up. They know how important this meeting is. They know how good the other team is, and I think they're excited. They're ready to go. They want to make a big hit early and set the tempo and fire their team up. I think that's what you saw in the first period, and I expect it to continue throughout the game.
Absolutely. And those big hits, like the one on Emerson, were resulting in a lot of penalties. Oswego even picked one up, Max Novick.
Yeah, Max Novick, that was big, especially in the first, especially early in the game, getting that power play. That was tough, but Oswego was able to fight it off, no problem, and just brush off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you saw Novick there, stepped up a little bit too far, unnecessary hit, but he's excited, he's got energy, they all got energy. I think it was a good first period of action, and I'm looking forward to the second.
Now let's get a little bit of sideline perspective with our reporter, James Catico.
Thank you, guys, and we have expected this type of game from some of the best teams in Division III hockey, but this was not a slow start. Like we said earlier, 2-1 Oswego, and just as Oswego seemed to take control in dominant fashion with goals from Jody Sullivan and Aaron Huff-Nagel, Julian Denoncourt was able to respond for the Hobart Statesmen, cutting the deficit in half, and this is why Hobart is the number 5 ranked team in Division III, because you have to respect the gamesmanship and the physicality of play from Hobart. But the thing that I want to talk about the most is that these are two teams that convert a little over 50% on the face-offs, and it is the same thing tonight as 12-10 in Oswego's favor, which is creating more opportunities for both sides of the puck. It's going to be a very physical and gritty game, so expect more of the fast-paced play that we just saw in the first period. It's going to be an exciting one, and if you're a fan of hockey, you're loving this so far. Back to you guys.
Thank you, James. But there's still lots of hockey left to be played. We've got 2 more periods, and Oswego starts the next one on a 3-minute long power play. Stay tuned. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP, your television.
Now the score is 2-1 as we're waiting for the puck drop for the start of the second period. Jake Van Broek alongside Matt Watling. Now, Matt, Oswego was able to jump off to a really good start. What do they have to do to keep grinding?
I think on the lone goal they gave up, I want to see Riche be more aggressive, push the forward away, express to your defense that you can't see. Get them out of your way, get set, and get ready to see.
Yeah,
Absolutely, as we are going to be able to take a look at the first goal as Jody Sullivan, he just gives it a go and is able to find the back of the net, goes top left to put the Lakers up by a score of 1-0. And Dave Richey, as we're seeing him getting warmed up as he will be back in the ice. But now let's go over the Hobart. Maybe they were a little bit too aggressive. Julian Denicourt with that game misconduct that they have one less man on the ice for Hobart. What are they going to have to do to get back into this one?
You know, I think first off, you got to kill this penalty. It's so crucial because these are 3:22 of uninterrupted power play time for the Lakers, meaning they could score 1 goal, no goals, or 10 goals. It doesn't matter. They still have 3:22 of power play time. Of course, unless they take a penalty in these 3:22. But for Hobart, you got to kill this penalty off and build from there. Try to get the momentum from there and build upon that.
Absolutely. As puck just dropped, this face-off is won by McNee and the Statesman. He's just going to dump it off into the Oswego zone. Novick is going to give it to Derek Brown, but then Hobart is able to clear it out, and it goes right back to David Richey. Richey is just going to drop the pass off to Gillespie. Gillespie skating around, now is going to give it to Derek Brown. Derek Brown finds the pass over to Gillespie. Gillespie to Zizek, quick pass by him. Emerson couldn't control it, but now Gillespie's just going to dump it off, and this puck is going to be controlled by Sternbach, and he's just going to dump it. And David Richey is going to hold on to the puck, waits. Now he's going to just go with the backhand and pass it out to Passero.
And early on there, that was a really great zone entry by Oswego. Got in pretty seamlessly, unlike the time before the power play ended, or the period ended.
Hofnagel was giving the pass off to Passero, and that shot was high and on the play off the deflection.
Yeah, and that was a really heavy shot by Oswego State, and a good shot. Again, second time this period in the first 54 seconds, they've had a fairly easy time getting zone entry. Once you get in, throw a shot on net. Don't be afraid, get up, face off like they did there.
Passero wins the face off. Hofnagel finds Passaiz, and there's Passero in front, and that is going to be saved by Connell as Hobart is able to get the puck out of their zone. Taken back by Curry. Curry to Hofnagel, then swung over to Molinaro, and now offsides is called.
Yeah, Molinaro's offsides there, and I would have loved to see Passero take that shot earlier in the sequence rather than passing it over to, I believe, Molinaro. And yes, Passero's a pass-first guy, almost an assist per game with Buff State last year, 21 and 28 games played, but he can't be afraid to rip shots. He's got great hands, and when he's in tight like that, just flip it over the pads of the goaltender Connell for Hobart College.
Absolutely, as Novick, he's going to give it to Gillespie, a little pass out to Zizek. Zizek holds from the point, gives it to Novick. Novick gives it to Gillespie, and he couldn't get the pass, but then Derek Brown tries saving it, but instead it's going to be cleared out away right back in Oswego zone as Novick is going to reset once again with 1:35 left to go in this long power play. There's Gillespie. Gillespie trying to get something going here, but instead Hobart is about to clear, but instead Derek Brown is able to secure it as they are able to keep the puck alive in Hobart zone. Derek Brown, near side, giving it to Novick, back to Brown. Brown over to Gillespie. He gives it a one-timer, it's blocked, but back by Novick, gives it to Brown. Brown, he's going to give it a shot, and that is just right off of Connell.
Great finesse shot there by Brown. It looked as if Shaw, the defenseman for Hobart, was in the shooting lane, and he just flipped it right alongside him.
50 seconds left in the power play. Oswego threatening in the zone. Gillespie has it. Then given to Zizek. Here's a shot for them. Opportunity. Emerson in front, and that shot is going to be off of Connell. And Hobart is able to clear it out of their zone as there are 30 seconds left to go in the power play. Richey giving it to Curry one last time before Hobart returns to full strength out of this long power play. Hofnagel skating around, is just going to dump it off in the zone. Gives it to Passero. Roman right back to Molinaro. Molinaro to Hofnagel, and now he's going to just swing it, and Hobart is able to clear it. And it looks like that Hobart is able to kill the long 5-minute power play, Matt.
Yeah, and I'm a little disappointed with Oswego's play there. Had a couple of decent quantity chances, but not a whole lot of grade A quality chances on that power play.
And Curry is able to secure it for Oswego. Hofnagel tried finding Broman, but that is just going to be a little bit too wide out of his reach. And Hobart dumps it off into Oswego's zone. And instead, Dave Richey is going to cover it with 16:22 left to go in the second period.
Yeah, and look for a big push by Hobart here. Killing off the penalty. You have the momentum. Get your fresh guys, your top line out there, as it looks like they've got their fourth line out there with Robitaille centering Harrison and Benamarito. But try to get some momentum here if you're Hobart.
Hobart's going to win this face-off here, as that pass was just a little wide as it was off the deflection of Robitaille. And instead, here is LeBlanc trying to get it. He does. He settles down. Jody Sullivan, who scored the first goal of the contest. And that shot is white. A little wraparound, but saved by Connell. Hobart dumping off in the zone, controlled by Richey. Richey, he's going to give it over to Devin Campbell, one of the captains here on this Lakers roster. Campbell over the Brunn, the senior from Sweden. Brunn's just going to skate around. Good move by him, trying to find some separation as he dumped it right off. Now here is Sullivan. Sullivan, left side, a little whiff, but that goes backhand, but saved by Alex Connell.
Yeah, and LeBlanc there following the play, did not stay in front of that, went behind and missed a grade A chance to knock his first goal of the season and of his career with the Lakers home as he was behind the net with the puck in front of the net.
Absolutely, Hobart is able to reset as McDowell has it, but lost room as he fell. And then Broman, the spink, and offsides is called.
Yeah, Passero there just in a bit too early. The pass was behind Broman, so he couldn't pull it up and get into the zone before that.
Yeah, and let's take a look at this replay. As Sullivan just whiffs it, then goes backhand. And man, oh man, what a great save there by Alex Connell from Simsbury, Connecticut. Here's
you saw LeBlanc on that play, going behind the net at the bottom of your screen. He's got to follow up and go towards the center so he can get to the front of the net, stop there like Travis Roman does.
Absolutely. Novik, he's going to give it a shot, and that was just high of the net. Spink gives it to Allen, still in Hobart's zone, and they are able to keep it. Here's a 3-on-2 opportunity. Here is Robitaille. Robitaille, he's going to skate around, he holds, and it looks like they're going to set up. And Novik, he's going to give him a shove, and a whistle is stopped. And it looks like that we are going to have a penalty called.
Yeah, and it looks like an interference on, I believe that was Carter Allen of Oswego State, an interference call. And I don't love that call. It looked as if he definitely pushed off the Hobart guy in front of his own net, but the Hobart forward lost an edge and slipped and fell, and it wasn't a flop because he didn't do it intentionally, but he fell out his arms a little bit as he was hitting the ice, and that'll be a power play for Hobart here.
Hobart with a golden opportunity to tie things up here at 2 apiece. 14:30 left to go in the period. That pass is sent out to 14, and David Richey is just going to hold it, which is a smart play by him.
Yeah, and obviously this is a penalty kill that hasn't had the greatest season so far. Going into tonight, they were just 3 for 6. But again, it's a new game. Oswego State trying to solidify their penalty kill, try to keep that box stationary, keep it well positioned against this Hobart team.
Mitch Everson wins the faceoff off of Zach Tyson, and he is able to clear it down as we have 1:30 left to go in the power play for the Statesmen. Here we go, as McNee, the captain, is going to take it, dumped off into the zone, and that's going to be secured by number 15, TJ Schultz. And that pass is deflected and out of play.
And again, a really good job for Oswego winning those faceoffs on the penalty kill, because that's an easy clear. You know, obviously Hobart's stationary to start the faceoff. If you get it to the far side and try to clear it along the boards, bring it around, it makes it so much easier for the penalty kill.
Yeah, absolutely. As McDougall is going to come in for the face-off against Emerson. Sternbach's going to win that face-off, taken by Matt Pizzo. He scored the lonely goal last time out against Norwich in their loss. And Hobart is not able to secure it. That was number 44, Mike Faulkner. He couldn't save it. But Zizek trying to clear it out for Oswego, and he is able to. But there's Curry, and he's just going to dump it off in their zone as we have 1 minute left to go in the power play. Pass down at the central ice. Now it's going to be swung over the mat. Pizzo skating around, but instead it's going to be taken away by Chris Brunn, and he is able to clear it out, skating down the ice, and that's going to be Connell. He's going to give that pass out to Ryan Lynch. Lynch over, swings it down, and it looks like offsides is called with 13:06 left to go in the second period.
You saw Lynch there drop the puck off for his forward or for his teammate, and it just snuck out of the zone, and that's a tough play. You need to make sure that you're far enough into the zone that when you make that drop pass, it stays in, because that was a fairly easy zone entry for Hobart. Executed nearly flawlessly, but could not keep it in the zone.
Chase Bell able to win the face-off as it's swung on the over end. Now taken by Scorpio, their extra man. He is able to give it out. 15 seconds left to go on Hobart's power play. And Antonucci is just going to drop it off into Hobart's zone, as Hobart's going to try to reset quick. Here comes number 7, Tanner Shaw, and he's just going to dump it off. Scorpio is trying to get it out of the zone, and he is able to clear it as Zizek giving the Sullivan. That passes over to Antonucci, and he can't really secure it. Antonucci battle for puck right now is in the mix of that, and Hobart is able to clear out of their zone. Here comes Novik. Off a Derek Brown deflection, and that was to Gillespie. Then the Zizek couldn't get to it. Now he's got to skate back, so he won't be offsides, and Brown's just going to dump it off in Hobart's zone.
Interesting to see Antonucci out there for the waning moments of that penalty kill. About 10 seconds left, he jumped on the ice, and when it came back to full strength, you saw him jump in on the play.
Derek Brown makes a golden move, and he can't get a shot off, and we got stoppage in play.
That's going to be a hook, I believe, on Hobart, with Derek Brown trying to create something. Had a nice move around the defenseman, but could not tuck it, and it looks like they're going to call Hobart on a hook here.
Robitel is going to be entering the penalty box as Oswego is trying to widen their lead to 2 as they got another power play opportunity. 1 for 2 on the power play so far, as Emerson is in ready to take the face off for Oswego, and he's able to win it as Novik has it. Novik gives it to Derek Brown, right back to Novik from the point. Too far, but Emerson is able to secure it, but then he's just swinging around to Gillespie. Gillespie to Novik, back to Brown. He's going to take a shot, and that's saved by Connell. Derek Brown still has it. Now looks like Emerson's going to swing it over to Gillespie from the point. That pass is a little too wide, and Hobart is able to clear it. 2-on-1 opportunity. Here comes Hobart, and a shot by David Richey. Man, oh man, what a beautiful save as Zach Tyson tried going backhand, but Richey was not fooled there, Matt.
Yeah, what a save by Richey. He did a great job making Hobart make the first move on that breakaway. That's the only thing you can ask for. And you'll see right here, he just outweights him. Great job by the Oswego back check to put pressure on him, as the only thing he can really do is throw a backhand shot into the chest of Richey.
Almost a great save, absolutely. Almost a short-handed goal there for Hobart to tie things up at 2, but instead of Molinaro, he's going to drop this pass off to Hofnagel. Hofnagel to Molinaro. Molinaro tried to find Broden, but that pass was blocked, and Hobart cleared it out. Just over 1 minute left to go here in the power play. And a bad save by David Richey as number 73 for Hobart. Lawson McDougall was able to intercept that pass. Now he's double teamed by 2 Oswego defenders, and Molinaro is able to come away with the puck. Molinaro is able to give it away to Tyler Curry. Curry to Hofnagel, tries to make a move, but wasn't able to, and puck is out of play with 10:29 left to go in the period.
Right, and if you're Hofnagel there, you've got to make sure you're getting the puck deep in the zone. With just about 38 seconds left on the power play, you can't afford to make a move like that and try to deke around him. Set up the play, take your time, and work the power play you have all season long. They haven't scored power play goals in a rush. They score when they're setting up their plays and really getting ready to put their best play out there.
Chase Bell is able to win the faceoff, but it wasn't able to give it to a defender. Instead, Oswego has it. Derek Brown, near side. He takes a hit. Mitch Emerson, back to Brown. Emerson to the point as Novik, and he could not handle the puck as we got 20 seconds left to go in the power play. Gillespie, that pass is deflected but secured by Oswego still as Novik is able to reset. Less than 15 seconds left to go. And it looks like a lot of contact there. And there's no call there on Gillespie tripping.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a hook there.
Yeah, absolutely. As Zizek, he loses his footing. Instead, Zizek gives it to Brown. Brown to Pissarro. Pissarro to Novik. He's going to hold it. And that pass is wide for Gillespie. And finally touching it is Chase Bell. And Hobart has another penalty coming away for them. And another opportunity for Oswego for another power play.
Yeah, and that's going to be a hold on P.A. Martineau. And Oswego, you need to take your time and set it up. Most importantly, getting into the zone. Zone entries, that power play did not look pretty. They got it done, but there really wasn't much there. That power play was a whole lot of just passing it around in the offensive zone. Don't be afraid to just take some shots and be less passive. You know, they're making one too many passes on this power play.
Face off one by Oswego. Hofnagel to Curry. Hofnagel gives it a goal, but that's going to be off the post and saved by Connell. And Hobart is able to, it looks like it was going to be cleared out, but instead they weren't able to. Now Curry. Curry gives it over. A lot of traffic there. Molinaro wasn't able to get a deflection off. Curry gets it back. Curry's going to swing it over to Pissarro. Now it's Molinaro. Good idea, but now Hofnagel to Curry. Back to Hofnagel. A little bit of back and forth between Hofnagel and Curry. Curry hesitates, then takes a shot, and that's going to be just wide right as Hofnagel is not able to secure it in Hobart zone, and they're going to have to reset with just over 1 minute left to go in the power play.
Yeah, that's a great look at the first minute of the power play. Curry very active. Great job using his hand to keep the puck in the zone. Couple good zone keeps. And again, just really talented, get some good shots as well.
Mitch Emerson in the middle could not get a shot off. And now that's going to be cleared away once again by Hobart. Novik skating, 45 seconds left to go. Novik, will he go coast to coast? And that shot is just wide, and it was deflected off a defender. Here comes Emerson. Emerson to Gillespie. Battle for puck right there, and that's going to be secured by Josh Zizek. And he loses footing, and Travis Schneider is able to clear the puck away. And Oswego has to reset now with 20 seconds left to go in the power play. Here comes Zizek, very effective from that first line. Here comes Emerson. Emerson back to Zizek. Zizek able to reset, gives it to Gillespie. Here comes Novik from the point, deflected off a Travis Schneider stick. But here is Emerson, battle for a puck right now, and it's going to be secured between, and it looks like it's going to be secured by Oswego, but Hobart is going to return to full strength. Another opportunity there for Oswego to take advantage with an extra man, but they weren't able to convert as a strong penalty there for Hobart. Now it's Zizek. Now it's a battle between him, double teamed by two Oswego defenders. Mitch Emerson is trying to come in as we're waiting for the puck to get out of the zone, and now we got a stoppage with 7:11 left to go.
Yeah, the refs are going to just blow the whistle there. Players weren't moving the puck out, and this is huge for Hobart because now you're getting a line change. Seems like their penalty killer's still out there on the ice from the penalty kill, a little tired, so really smart play by them to just keep it in the corner, work a whistle, get your line changes, and then go on from there with some fresh legs.
You got to give Hobart a lot of credit. That was a really strong penalty kill there. Oswego had some shots going, but Alex Cano looking very strong in net so far in this one. But you got to give credit to Oswego putting pressure in their zone, but they're just not able to convert. Here we go, face-off won by Hobart, and that shot there is just a little bit wide, but secured by Oswego. Here's the pass over the Scorpio. Scorpio takes a huge hit by Blake Coffey, but instead that's going to be Tanner Shaw. He's able to dump it off. He takes a hit from Allen as the crowd is going a little wild on that one. Devin Campbell. And now we got a stoppage, and it looks like for Oswego.
That looks like Netadol.
Yep, Netadol.
Got hit with a high stick, I believe.
Yep, he did. From that fourth line, and he is slow to get up.
Yeah, and initially I thought that was a holding or a hook on Netadol, but as he got knocked down. That looks like that's, who is that? That looks like number 17 for Hobart. That's Alec Robitaille. I believe that's his second penalty of the period, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Nadal was able to get up on his feet. Good news for Oswego. But here,
and they're going to call 2 and 2 here.
Oh,
Nadal
wow.
definitely looked like he hooked him a little bit.
Yep.
And of course, a little bit of retaliation by Robitaille with the high stick to the neck.
So we're going to get a 4-on-4 here as no one is in the power play. And it looks like Spig Novik, and it looks like Carter Allen and Mitch Emerson are going to be on for Oswego. Taking the face-off is going to be Sternbach coming from their first line in Oswego zone. Face-off won by Oswego. This one's going to be given to Novak. Novak going to reset, see if they can get going anything offensively with 6:30 left to go in the second period. Allen's pass is deflected off, and that pass is going to be given to McDougall. As here's an opportunity here, and a save by David Richey. A good look by Tupel, but David Richey is able to come up with it strong.
Yeah, really just through that entire sequence, top to bottom, Oswego just looked a little sloppy. We're not in the same sync there as the defensive pairs are going for a change, or at least the forwards are. And I'd like to see Tyler Antonucci out there for the 4-and-4. Give him a lot more space, being that's 4-and-4, and he's such a smart player, so much creativity offensively. I'd love to see him get some 4-and-4 action here.
Yeah, he really is. Zizek able to get the puck out of the zone and is able to maintain it. I don't know how he did that. And he was able to get the pass off to Gillespie. Working on the left side, he holds. Now he's going to give it back to Zizek, but that pass is going to be deflected off of Tanner Shaw. Gillespie. Here's Devin Campbell. Devin Campbell, he's going to take a shot, and that is going to be saved by Connell. Tanner Shaw gives a hit, takes a hit from Gillespie. And now Hobart is able to reset and skate to neutral ice. Passero coming in. Miscommunication between Hobart, which forced Sternbach to take a shot that was just wide right. And here comes Devin Campbell and the Oswego State Lakers. Campbell's shot is just a little wide as he was just playing it off the end, off the official. And now we got some sloppy play by both teams, but Hobart is able to come away with it. 5:18 left to go in the period. As there is no offsides call there, an opportunity there, and that pass was deflected off of Curry, and David Richey, good awareness by him. Here's Antonucci. Nucci gives that pass off to Passero. Passero skating, and he's just going to dump it up to Alex Connell, and he is going to stop the puck there as he secures it with his glove.
Yeah, we see Antonucci out there, hasn't done much, but very sloppy, a little risky plays there for Oswego State. Leaving the puck right in the middle of the ice. One of the back-checking forwards has got to step up and get that puck. That's a grade A chance that Richey was able to stop, and the rebound just trickled behind the net. Hobart couldn't corral it, because if they did, that would have surely been a goal to tie this game here with Richey out of position for the second shot, as most goalies are, because that was a tough first save.
Martinell and Emerson were in the face-off. Molinaro has it, but then he slips and falls. And now Hobart is able to clear it out of their zone, and that's what they do. And here comes 47, opportunity there, and that pass was just a little wide. And here comes Molinaro, dumps it off into the zone. Hofnagel is going to be able to get there. Now double teamed by 2 Hobart defensemen, but now Molinaro tries to give it to Emerson, but nobody there as Hobart is able to clear it out of their zone. Here they come. As that passes out to Martinell. Martinell still has it, and now it's just going to dump it off. And now Carter Allen is able to get it. Oh, excuse me, that is going to be Brandon Bisadou. As here comes a one-timer that is blocked by Hofnagel. Good awareness by him, and Hobart's going to have to start over. Here comes Hobart here, and the shot there, that was saved by David Richey. And they're able to keep it on their own end. Now he's going to dump that pass off into their zone. That is going to be Faulkner. Faulkner double teamed by Nenadal. And it looks like for Oswego, that is Max Novik. And Hobart is able to keep that puck in Oswego's zone. And Nenadal tried to deflect that pass off, but instead it's going to be taken by Hobart, as that's Travis Schneider skating around, dumps it to Zach Tyson. And that pass was deflected off by Allen once again. Good awareness by him. And here comes a shot. That's going to be blocked away by Nenadal. And here's Shaw. Gives it down below. Now has it back. Now he's going to give it to Tyson. Tyson working low. There's Nenadal there. He's been all over as Hobart's been threatening in this zone. Carter Allen is able to give it to Nenadal once again. And a good line there defensively for Oswego.
Yeah, really strong. A lot of block shots, and to have the mindset by Nenadal to get that puck to the blue line, or to the red line and then dump it. So smart, because that was a long shift for them. And to avoid the icing was definitely huge.
Absolutely, Matt. As Isaac's going to give this to Derek Brown as their first line is back for the Lakers. And right there, that's going to be taken to Devin Campbell. Campbell is going to be giving it a go to Jack McNee, and that puck is deflected and out of play with 2:12 left to go in the second period.
Hobart playing a much better from that 4-on-4 period onward. A lot of action in the Oswego end. Riche, he looks much stronger this period in this game, really. But the Oswego defense got to step up. Don't be afraid to, I don't say take the body, but definitely get on the pucks and block a lot of shots like they did in that last shift there.
Isaac wins the face-off as Hobart was controlling in their own end, and instead that's going to be cleared out by Derek Brown. Isaac tried handling it, but he couldn't, but instead Devin Campbell was there to back him up. And now good awareness by Gillespie, is able to deflect that pass off as he had a wide open opportunity. Josh Isaac skating up the neutral ice, gives it to Derek Brown. Brown lost the puck in the neutral zone, but instead it's going to be taken away by the captain, Jack McGee. Moving forward, a lot of back and forth between the two teams as this puck is given to Passero. Derek Brown, one man the beat. Brown's going to hold it, gives it. Passero is able to find the back of the net. Oh, baby. And the Lakers take a 3-1 lead.
What a goal, man. The mindset for Brown for Passero to get the puck to Brown entering the zone, a great touch on the pass, and then Brown to have the mindset to cycle back, a nice little backhand pass over to Passero, who rips a shot top shelf, taking a shot for his own, known to be a passer. And you'll see it here. Rips it top shelf. Not many players scored that goal. That was really impressive.
Absolutely. Derek Brown was able to hold, then goes with a backhand pass. Passero, great awareness by him to get the pass, and he was able to go top left as Oswego is now up by a score of 3-1. Face off won by Hobart. Now is going to be taking the end. And here comes Hobart skating down the ice right away. Antonucci is trying to deflect that play out of the range of Zach Tyson, as we got 1 minute left remaining here in the second period, and that is going to be Tanner Spink. Dumps it off. Broman trying to make a move, and now he's going to hold and reset. Dumps it off in the zone. Right behind the goal is Tanner Spink and Broman, as Broman is able to have it. Now doubled by two, Hobart, and it looks like it was Pizzo and Matt Faulkner. And that is taken away by Hobart. Then Spink tries to make a move, but there is nobody home, and that's going to be cleared out of the zone by Hobart. Molinaro gives it a shot that was just wide left, as Connell had no idea where that puck was, and a very fortunate play for him.
Really good Emerson here, running down back to Antonucci, playing with Devin Campbell here.
And here's a one-on-one opportunity. Devin Campbell is able to skate back. He's going to wait. Hold, take the shot. That was just wide right. Oh, man. That would have been huge for Hobart. And we are now ending the second period as the Lakers are up by a score of 3-1.
Yeah, and in the final seconds there, an Antonucci pass gets blocked by Hobart. They take it all the way down the length of the ice. And that's why you pair them with a guy like Brunn, or in this case, Campbell, because they're quick to get back and defend. If you don't have a second defenseman that's really defensively minded and that can't get back, that's a breakaway and a much tougher stop for Riche.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we are going to take a break. Mike Morano, Kristen Byer, and Dylan McGlynn have your intermission report. You are watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
It's taste, not toast.
I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
Welcome back for our second intermission report. This period, what looked to be just all penalties, Oswego ended up getting a late goal in that period. But before that, it seemed that they had lots of chances to look.
Yeah, they had a lot of chances after the first power play, and then with Hobart giving up so many power plays, they have 9 averaging. It's tough to it's tough to see them not capitalizing as much as we'd like to.
Yeah, we talked about in between at the end of the first period about how big of an opportunity they had with the major penalty. They weren't able to score on that. They had 2 other power play opportunities. They didn't score on either of those. They do get obviously the late goal by Pissarro, which is huge, but they're going to need to start capitalizing on the power play. Not just today, but the rest of the year as well.
Absolutely. Jody Sullivan with that huge chance, and then he ended up whiffing on it. Just one of many opportunities that Oswego had. But David Richet also showing some great moments in that period as well.
Yeah, and definitely when, he had some, when you put him on to give him some more time, it seems like he's gelling really well in this game. They had a couple breakaway chances, halfway during, the period. You see right here, good save by Richet to stop the momentum there. And even late in the game as well, he had, before seconds, just expired, he had a good save to stop the Hobart.
Yeah, he looks a lot more comfortable as the game's gone along. He looks like he's settled it in there. The defense is playing pretty well, and I'd have a lot of confidence in him right now if I'm the coaching staff.
Of course, all these chances come from somewhere, and I mentioned earlier all the penalties that were abound. There was even a 4-on-4 opportunity in there. What's your take on that one, guys?
Yeah, with that many penalties Oswego has been given, you saw yesterday against Canton, they had so many opportunities to score, and they capitalized. So it's tough seeing them now not being able to do that as much. They did have one in the first. You would like to see more chances for them to score.
Yeah, during that 4-on-4, obviously, when it's 4-on-4, there's 2 guys off the ice. There's a lot more room to do stuff, maneuver around. But it seemed to me like they were almost over stick handling in the offensive zone, trying to dangle around guys, make the flashy play on that 4-on-4, and that only works to a certain extent. It wasn't working on there. They have to simplify their game when they get an opportunity like that.
Absolutely. And Oswego struggling on that power play after their very first goal in this game was one of that. Do you think that they will be able to turn turn that power play around?
I think they could definitely turn it around. They can see what they did wrong. Now it's just a matter of just, not overthinking it, passing the puck around, see who's open, who has a chance. They got a very talented team in depth behind them. I'm sure they can make it happen.
Yeah, they're struggling to get the puck near the net, down low. Hobart's doing a really good job of cutting that off. They're going to have to start trying to maintain possession near or behind the net and really set up the power play from that area so you can get some more looks down and close.
However, Oswego didn't need that to score on their power plays because they ended up pulling a full-strength goal at the very end of the period with only 1:30 left.
Yeah, and we talking about this line with, Tanner Spink, Anthony Pissarro, and Travis Broman. They're producing very well. With Pissarro getting this goal, Broman having a point in the game, this line is contributing, and we talked about it before. They're going to make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw that great shot by Pissarro, nice play by Brown. He carried in. He did a nice job, draw the defender away from him. He turned his body away and just drops it off. Pissarro comes down, beautiful shot. And that's what makes this line so dangerous. They can really score from anywhere. That's not a great look at the net, but it's just a perfect shot.
Well, there's more where that comes from. Stay tuned. After the break, we will have more for you on this second period intermission report. Stay tuned. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
You know who's going off in fantasy this week? Drew Brees.
Brees with time.
You guys are sleeping on Odell Beckham Jr., though. I think he's scoring 3 TDs this week.
And it throws it Beckham across the middle.
Now, tell me, the Bears' defense is what's going to go off this week. Holy
Chicago Bears.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America and your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Want to know all the latest Saints pop culture? Tune in to Let's Talk About It every other Monday at 10 p.m.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
Want to watch a movie? Go to WTOP10.com and select Movies on Demand. You can find some of your old favorites and some new ones too. And it's free on campus. Watch and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
After a penalty-driven second period here at the Marano Campus Center Arena, there are quite a few things to go over, specifically about the statistics, the shots, and everything else. So let's take a look at the period summary right now as what we have so far. The Oswego Lakers are currently winning this game 3-1, but there's still another period left to be played. But what do you guys think about this so far?
Well, comparing to last period, Oswego really kept the shots up, and now are slowly moving away now and getting that advantage with the shots, as they're so good at doing. And now, since they're getting more comfortable into the game, it seems they're doing a very good job, not letting Hobart get too many shots, in total.
Yeah, and I'm kind of the face-off guy here because we talk about him again, but it was 14-10 Oswego in the first period. It was 11-6 in that period. So they're continuing to control the face-offs, which allows you to really control the pace of play. And it's just a very understated part of, I think, of every game that is very important.
Well, we've been breaking down a lot of those opportunities that both teams have had, the penalty kill, the power play. Is there anything else that is jumping out at you guys about this period?
Like you said before, the penalties. I was very surprised that Oswego could not capitalize on, on the first power play going into the second period, especially with the chip on their shoulder they had about that, hit against Mitch Emerson. But one thing that's really jumping out at me is David Richey is doing a very good job, holding down the fort for the Lakers. They had a couple of good chances, Hobart, and Richey stopped them, and that, it's going to help them out big time.
Yeah. One guy I want to highlight is a freshman, Tyler Antonucci. He was a healthy scratch against Cortland, but he played last night. He's played on both PKs tonight for the Lakers. I think he's very calm and collected with the puck. He's very poised. Even in this high-traffic area with a lot of guys around him, he always really just takes his time to make the right decision, and I think he's shown a lot of good hockey sense, especially for a freshman.
Well, thank you so much for that, guys. We're going to send it to our sideline reporter, James Catato.
Thanks, guys. I am here in the Oswego students section as they're all swaying and singing to Sweet Caroline, and I got two avid Oswego hockey fans. We got Matt and Vinny here for you today, and it was looking to be a slow period compared to the first one until the pass master of the SUNYAC, Anthony Pissarro, netted the goal to put the Lakers up 3-1 over the Hobart Statesmen. And fun fact, nobody on the first line of either team has been able to score against the goaltending today, which has been brilliant on both sides of the puck. Only the second and third lines have been able to put it past the goalkeeper. So, guys, give me your thoughts on the game so far, and what do you think Oswego need to do to secure the win?
Well, I believe that we're playing a good defensive game right now. Well, we're up 3-1. Just keep a good defense and keep them on their side of the court. We should be all right.
Hold the puck as much as possible. We've been doing really good with that. Again, good defense win games.
And you heard it here, but as we just heard Sweet Caroline, everyone's getting in the spirit. Give us your final score predictions for when that buzzer sounds in the third period.
We'll be up 4-2.
4-1 Oswego.
You heard it here first, 4-1 and 4-2 Oswego. We will see if they were right after the game is over. Back to you guys.
Great stuff, James. Well, stay tuned because there's another period left of hockey, and everybody knows 3-1 is the most dangerous lead. Stay tuned. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people, endowed as our nation is with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP, your television.
Well, we have played 2 periods so far, and the Oswego State Lakers are beating Hobart by a score of 3-1. Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego. Jake Vandenbroek alongside Matt Walling. All right, so we played through 2 periods. How can Hobart get back into this game?
You know, I think they just got to start shooting more. They've only had 10 shots on goal. This is a team that's used to shooting a lot more. They average 36.3 shots per game, and they've taken 10 through 40 minutes of play. I thought they looked much better in that second period, but they were still more than doubled up on shots as Oswego had 9.
Yeah.
So this is a team that's got to get the puck not only in Oswego zone, but find ways to get shots on net. They haven't quite done that through 40 minutes.
No, yeah, and they had that golden opportunity at the end as it was Bisadu that was that was Bina Marito out of that 4th line. He had an opportunity for a breakaway chance, and that shot was just wide right. So unfortunate for Hobart, fortunate for Oswego, and especially David Richey. But now going to Oswego, how can they keep this momentum going? You can't hit the brakes just yet.
No, you really need to just be strong in your own end, and don't be afraid to just chip it out of the zone. A lot of times coaches emphasize carrying the puck and having zone entries with the puck on your stick, but if it's not there, don't force it. You have a 2-goal lead. You don't need to score any more goals, obviously, at this point, so play smart in the neutral zone. Keep it tight in the defensive zone.
Yeah, we will see as we are waiting for the puck to drop for the start of the 3rd period. And man, oh man, their last goal for Oswego, Passero. Huge goal for there. But what a beautiful find by Derek Brown, though.
Yeah, and that's the D1 transfer, and that's the skill and the hockey IQ that a guy that played D1 has that experience brings. He may not have scored a lot in Division I with only 12 career
Face-off
points.
By Hobart. Here comes Hobart. They're just going to dump it in Oswego's end, and that was McDougall's shot saved by David Richey.
Yeah, as I was saying, Derek Brown, not the most flashy goal scorer, but he has the IQ and the ability to find Passero. And for Passero to take that shot, he's not a guy that takes a lot of shots, so I like to see him being more aggressive and trying to get some of his own.
Isaac is able to win that face-off off of Sternbach, and here is Curry, and that pass was almost intercepted, but instead this pass is given to Zizek. Zizek takes a huge hit from TJ Schultz, and now we got a lot of bit of chippiness as we got Curry and Gillespie for the battle of the puck, and that was Derek Brown, as that pack is right back to Curry, to Gillespie. Zizek could not handle it, so Hobart dumps it in Oswego zone instead. And now Curry looks like he had it. McDougall could not find it, but instead Devin Campbell is just going to dump it off to Tanner Spink. Spink. Puck is still in the zone. Battle for puck right now, and it looks like for Hobart that is Jonas Tupel, who's been very effective out of this first line for the Statesman. Now he's battling for the puck right now between Curry. Here's an opportunity, and that is going to be handled by Devin Campbell, and I don't know how he was able to handle that.
Yeah, and great play by Gillespie to get the body right in front of the defense of Hobart.
Passero tried passing it out to Brown, but instead Travis Schneider deflects that and it hits the net, which means it is out of play with 18:39 left to go in the third period.
Yeah, and in that sequence, it looked like Spink bumped into Connell of Hobart, knocked his stick out of the way, so Oswego could have settled that down, had a nice opportunity with the goaltender without a stick.
Allen gives it a shot, but it was deflected off of Travis Schneider. Roman, here comes that second line, very effective so far this season. Roman to Allen, here comes Tanner Spink. Tanner Spink slips and falls, and he's able to get up, and next thing you know, the puck is right near him, but Hobart is able to clear it away. Let's see if Zach Tyson can get to it, but instead he can't, and Roman on the other side. Roman to Hofnagel. Hofnagel gives it a shot and a save, but Hofnagel tried rebounding it, but he could not get a stick on it, and instead it is going to be Benamarito who's going to be in the zone, and now it's going to be secured by him, and now Hobart's going to set it up. He takes a shot, and that is going to be wide left by Schneider. Shaw keeps it in, and it looks like Carter Allen is able to get that puck behind the net, but here's Schneider. Bad pass there by Schneider.
Oswego's got to move their feet in their own zone. When you have the puck, you got to start skating. Without it, you're going to cause turnovers.
Mitch Emerson takes another hit. My, oh my, he has been getting a lot of hits. No call there. I thought there was a tripping call there, but instead, play on, the officials say. But here comes Emerson. Emerson tries to skate, making a move on Blake Coffey, but instead, he is stopped. Hofnagel is able to give it out to Molinaro. As it looks like a Hobart defenseman lost their stick at the point, but now he has it back. But here comes Shaw. Shaw swings it over, and there's a goal! Off the rebound, Blake Coffey from Toronto, Ontario, and the Statesmen close the gap to 1 as they are down by a score of 3-2, Matt.
Yeah, and it looked like Christopher Brunn on the bottom of your screen, we'll get the replay up here shortly, just misplays it, and you'll watch it right here on the rebound. That was actually Tyler Antonucci at the bottom of your screen, went to defend the winger with the puck and didn't cover the middle. And that winger on the side, don't worry about it. Richet's got that. He got the save. You got to worry about the center and the other guys off the puck that pick up that rebound, and that's a tough play and really just a tough opportunity given up by Antonucci and the Lakers.
What a huge goal for Hobart as they cut to lead to just 1, and now we have a game. Tevin Campbell tries to dump it off, but instead it's going to be taken by Chase Bell. Chase Bell double teamed, and instead that's going to be Nenadel. Swings over to Campbell. No call there. Here comes a one-timer. That's going to be deflected off of Jody Sullivan. Jody Sullivan has his stick broken there. Tevin Campbell gives it to Derek Brown. Derek Brown, that pass is just a little wide to Josh Isaac, but instead Hobart is able to clear it out of the zone. There's Upel. Here comes 47. That is Martinell. But instead he wasn't able to secure it. Instead Braun just drops it off. Now here comes Brown. Brown still trying to make a move. Can't really get around the defender as Hobart is able to secure it, but fortunate because Brown is right there. Gillespie tries making a move, but now Chris Braun sets it up. Antonucci gives it a go. It's deflected right off of Ryan Lynch. Antonucci deflected off of defender there, and the whistle is called for offside, and I didn't think that was an offside call there, Matt.
Yeah, it looked like the puck stayed in, at least stayed on the blue line, which is what it has to obviously be for it to be kept in play, and that's a tough call for Oswego State. The fans especially disappointed here right behind the Oswego State bench.
Yeah, absolutely, because they were getting something going on their end. They had some good looks, but, just weren't able to capitalize. And with that offside call, that's going to slow down a little bit of momentum as Oswego wins this face-off. Allen's just going to swing that pass all the way down to Brown. And now Zizek double teamed. And then Gillespie is able to help. Zizek is able to come away with the puck, but then he's going to take a hit, which is going to lead Travis Schneider to clear the puck out of their zone. Here is Schneider. Schneider is going to give it a shot, and that's going to be deflected, and it's going to be wide left of the net. Carter Allen loses the puck, but Travis Schneider is able to get it. Good awareness by him. Carter Allen tries to give it to Zizek. And it's going to be left
Oswego zone. Gillespie able to skate around.
I don't love that play there, going right and making a tight turn in front of your own net rather. Very dangerous if he slips up there like he did, and the puck accidentally goes in his own net.
Absolutely, as Connell deflects it off of him. This passes over to Pizzo, and that is right off of David Richet's stick. As it's going to be recorded a save. Curry gives it to Broman. Broman, he's going to hold. He's just going to take a shot. It's going to be a pad save by Connell. Devin Campbell tried to pass it out to Pissarro, but it's going to be taken away by Hobart. That pass was just a little bit wide to Chase Bell, and he wasn't able to get it. Here comes Bissino. Bissino trying to get something going here, but instead Curry's just going to take it away.
And Broman doing a great job keeping that away from a 3-on-2 odd man rush, able to knock the puck out of his own end as well on the pass over to his checking the forward.
Absolutely. As Ryan Lynch, he just took a hit right there. Dumped off in the zone is Curry. Curry tries to give it to Broman, and instead it's going to take it away by Lynch, and he's just going to dump it in Oswego zone. And it looks like Robitaille is going to try to get it. And he is able to. Robitaille tries to make a move. Now he's going to swing it over to Martinell. Martinell going the other way. Now he's going to give it to McNee. And he gives it a shot. It's just wide left. As TJ Schultz is able to try to keep it in their zone. McNee again. McNee giving it to Chase Bell. That shot is a little bit blocked. McNee gives it a one-timer, and it is blocked away by Curry. And now a double team to Oswego play right there. McNee, he's going to give it another go, and that's another shot. Is wide left. Emerson gives it to Molinaro. He's able to lose it, can't able to maintain it as McNee tries to dump it in Oswego zone once again. Here comes Curry. Curry flips the pass out to Hoffnagel, but instead that's going to be taken away by Faulkner. Faulkner. Hobart trying to get something going here. He's going to go around. Here comes an opportunity for Faulkner. Faulkner to McDougal. Can't handle the puck, and instead it's going to be cleared away. Nanadal was able to take it, and now he wasn't able to get to the puck as Matt Pizzo, good hustle by him, was able to dump it off in Oswego zone. And Sanucci gives it away as we are in the middle of the ice trying to see who has it. It looks like Scorpio is going to come away with it, the extra man for Oswego. He tries to make a move on Pizzo, and he loses his skate there. He's almost about to fall there. Let's say he's able to keep up. Dumps that pass off to Scorpio. Scorpio is double teamed. Hobart is going to be able to clear it away as Faulkner, and he takes a huge hit. Wow. And here's a shot there on the left side, and that's saved by David Richet. And Faulkner is down. Wow, yeah, what a hit.
And I think that's a penalty there. I think the refs missed that really bad. It looked like the elbow of Nenadol flew up there and just hit him right in the face, as I believe we got a replay here. And you watch the elbow fly up right there. His left elbow goes right into the face of Faulkner. And that's a tough missed call and really a huge hit and potentially an injury here for Hobart.
Wow, what a huge hit there. Faulkner is still down as there is a trainer out there to try to help him up. And he is, wow. He is able to skate. He's now up, and now he's trying to go to the bench. And now we got the referees going over the play and to talk about what just happened.
Yeah, and I think they just missed the call blatantly. I don't think they saw it, and that's a shame because that was a really big hit, and that was not clean whatsoever. The elbow certainly flew up and clipped Faulkner in the face.
Yeah, and if you're Mark Taylor, the Hobart head coach, you got to be furious right now. That was quite the licking that Faulkner just took. And wow, I'm a little surprised that wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, I really do think the refs just missed it because it was really blatant. You saw the head fly back and saw him hit the ice hard and spun around when he did so.
Good passing as Gillespie couldn't really get a full shot there, but he's able to get it back. Gillespie now is just going to dump it off. Here comes Derek Brown. Derek Brown
Great keep by Oswego there.
Yeah, absolutely, as Novak tried saving it in the zone but couldn't really do it. Here comes Coffey, who just scored that last goal for Hobart, and instead that was deflected off of Novak, and now he loses puck, and he loses size. Travis Schneider, and that shot is blocked by Allen. Wow.
Gillespie slow to get up here. Looks like he's favoring either his arm or his leg, as him and another Oswego State player collided trying to slide and dive to make that block.
Travis Schneider swings the pass over to Tyson, but Tyson is not able to secure it properly, but fortunately for Hobart, they're able to give it back. Novik is just going to bandhand, try to clear it out. He can't, and instead it's dumped off in Oswego zone. Novik tries again, and that's Derek Brown. And here comes Josh Isaac, breakaway opportunity, but instead Alex Connell's going to come out of the crease and to get a stick on that puck. What a great play by Connell.
Yeah, really a great play, and to have that assertiveness and that aggressiveness to jump out there. You saw against Cortland, Oswego had a similar opportunity. The goaltender didn't come out, and you saw a goal scored by Spink.
Travis Broman waits, gets the pass off the Spink, but instead that's going to be taken by Ryan Lynch. Lynch battling for the puck right now, but it's going to be taken away by Oswego's. They're going to be able to set up. Chris Brun couldn't secure it all the way, but which led to him just dumping it off. Had no choice. Travis Broman making a move, gives it to Becerro, who scored that last goal for Oswego. Antonucci to Becerro. Becerro to Spink. Loses the puck, and Hobart is able to clear away. Good job by Brandon Bisadou.
Yeah, and a good recovery by Antonucci, who shanked the puck handle early on. Able to just throw it to Becerro earlier on in the sequence.
Defenseman change, and here's a shot there that was saved away by Connell. Opportunity, a little bit of a wraparound, and that's going to be saved once again by Connell. Here comes Curry. Curry swings it over to Campbell. Campbell's just going to dump it off, swing it around. Here comes Molinaro. Emerson, he's going to give it a shot. That's going to be blocked. Emerson sets it right back up. Campbell swings it over to Hofnagel. Hofnagel's going to backhand it. Campbell gives it a one-timer. That's going to be saved by Alex Connell.
And really just a great sequence for Oswego, not only taking time off the clock, nursing a one-goal lead, but also able to create some good opportunities of their own. Some of the best chances I've seen all period for the Lakers, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely. That third line looked really effective out there, putting a lot of pressure on Hobart. That was a good line there as we were going to get a face-off in Hobart zone, and it looks like it's going to be Nenadal from Brecksville, Ohio. He takes that face-off, and he's going to lose, as that was Robitaille as he wins it. Now this is going to be dumped off to Carter Allen. Carter Allen gives it to Scorpio, loses his space, but then Nenadal, he takes a hit. Crowd wanted a call, but they will not get one.
Oh, that was perfectly clean. Come on, crowd.
Yeah.
That was just a guy pushing him down. He had the puck. Nothing dirty about it.
Absolutely. As that shot is going to be held on by David Richey.
Yeah, and this Oswego defense, really both defenses, when your offense gets in the zone and you stay in there for that long, you're able to cycle. You saw it earlier in the period with Hobart. You had a guy like Faulkner able to get down towards the half wall. The defense was getting active, and later on this side, you saw Curry very active. Antonucci as well, very active in their respective offensive zones, and that just creates so much more opportunity and mismatch for the defense and a great scoring opportunities for both offenses.
By Oswego, as this is going to be given to Zizek. Zizek skating up all the way down on the right side, and Gillespie tries to give him a hit, but instead, here comes Hobart on the left side. It is going to be Robitaille. Opportunity for Hobart, and that was going to be blocked by Campbell, but it's covered by David Richey.
Yeah, no, he had a really strong push there. After the shot was blocked, he did such a good job pushing over with his right skate to get to that post and cover up the play. That's a goal that could have went in as well, similar to that second goal that Hobart had, and really great anticipation by Richey and great active push with his right skate. That's one of the harder things to do as a goaltender when you're already stretched out.
Sternbach wins the faceoff for Hobart. This is going to be swung over to Tuchel. And now it's going to be Travis Broman. And here comes a shot, and that's going to be blocked as we're having a bunch of mishandling of the puck. Who has it? And it's going to be Hobart, as Oswego is able to clear it out of their zone. Hobart resetting. Here comes the pass over, and they're just going to dump it off once again as Travis Broman now has it. Mishandled by him, and we're just getting a bunch of dump and back and forth passes between the two teams as Travis Broman secures it. Broman.
I don't love that play by Broman. I'd like to see him get it out of your own end. Especially nursing that 1-goal lead.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's Campbell. Gives it over to Curry. Curry, nice pass to Hofnagel. But then there's Broman, and Broman had no other choice to just dump it off in Hobart end. Oswego makes a change, and now here comes Antonucci, and no icing is called. Nucci to Molinaro. Molinaro swings the pass over. He's gonna get out of their zone, and Hobart once again has to reset. Here comes Matt Pizzo. Matt Pizzo just dumps it off the board, deflected off of Hofnagel, and round 2 for just trying to clear it out of their zone once again. That is Faulkner, who took that huge hit early in the 3rd period. Good for him. Good to see him back on his feet. Faulkner just dumps that pass off, and now here comes Antonucci. Antonucci, the Hofnagel. Little pass over to Molinaro. Molinaro holds, and there was nobody there as he was trying to find Mitch Emerson.
And it looked like that third forward was off for a line change. Had they been on the ice for it, you could have seen Oswego go on the back door.
Absolutely, as Molinaro takes a hit right there, and now has it on the left side. That is going to be deflects. It's going to be deflected off of him and out of play.
Yeah, you can feel the tension in the Marano campus ice arena. It's palpable. You see the crowd really oohing and ahhing, especially that student section, with every single play, with every push, with every hit. It seems like the crowd's just about to explode.
Absolutely. As we got Will Harrison, he's going to be taking the face-off against Josh Zizek and this first line for Oswego. That's going to be won by Zizek. Allen is going to be able to dump it off, trying to clear it out. Allen gets it right back, and he tried to find Gillespie as no icing was called. And now Hobart's just going to get back in their own zone, and icing is called with 5:38 left to go here in the 3rd period.
And really, hockey's a game of inches. You saw right there, had the puck been a couple inches more towards Gillespie, that's a one-on-one or even a potential breakaway if he turns the Jets on. And surprised that's not an icing against the Lakers, but the Lakers have in the offensive zone now.
It looks like Massaro tried taking a shot there, but Oswego's able to give it back. Devin Campbell gives it over. Here's Ryan Lynch, and that puck is out of play as well.
Yeah, 5:27 left in the game, but Oswego can't be complacent. You really don't want to sit back because this Hobart team, their offense can bring it. It's potent, it's strong, and Oswego's got to fight them with fire, trying to get into the offensive zone themselves. Don't take any risks or mistakes, and I'll be interested to see how Coach Gosick shortens his bench, if he does it all, in the waning minutes of this 3rd period, only up 1 goal.
So we're going to have a face-off at center ice. Face-off controlled by Hobart, as that is Martinell. He's going to just dump that pass off to the captain, McNee. McNee swings it over to Robitel. Robitel is going to Campbell. Campbell gives it to Zizek. Not much there. Instead, it's going to be a little bit of miscommunication as Derek Brown just tried dropping it off, but nobody was there, as number 17, Alex Robitel, is just going to drop it off in Oswego zone. Robitel is able to get the puck back, swings it over to Chase Bell, but instead, Curry was able to make a great play defensively, tries to drop it off the board, and now is given to Bell. Bell is checked by Curry, and Devin Campbell is just going to give it to Gillespie. Gillespie tries to find a pass to Derek Brown, and he can't handle it. Instead, there's going to be a change for both sides. Broman comes in for Oswego, and for Hobart, it's going to be Tuchel, the other captain for this team. Tuchel has it. Was thinking of a one-timer, but instead he's going to hold it to Chase Bell. Chase Bell, he's going to be giving the shot, and that shot is just a little wide. As Broman finds Spink. Here comes Passero. Broman is able to secure it. Broman, he's got to make a nice move, and he's not able to make the other move on Connell. He made a great move on the defenseman, but Connell was tested, but he was able to hold on.
Yeah, and a really aggressive play by Connell there to go out there and poke the puck away.
Absolutely. And that is going to be favored in by Tuchel. Novik is going to just dump it off in their own zone. Here's Pissarro. Pissarro the Hoffnagel. He has, looks like that's Derek Brown on the outside. Hoffnagel. He's going to give it to Molinaro. Molinaro right back to Hoffnagel. Hoffnagel's going to skate around. Now he's just going to send it over. Here comes the one-timer by Novik. It's going to be blocked, but then an opportunity there by Molinaro, but that was just wide right. Molinaro deflects that pass off. Hoffnagel has it. Hoffnagel waits, tries to find an opening, but instead that's going to be intercepted by Tuchel as Hobart is able to clear it out of their zone. Here comes McDougal. McDougal tries to get it over to Emerson. And here comes Molinaro. Opportunity here. One man the beat. What is he going to do? He's going to hold it and just dump it off in their own zone. Less than 3 minutes left to go in the period. Hobart trying to even this one up at 3. And here comes Faulkner. Excuse me. That shot is just wide right by Zach Tyson.
Yeah, and really good chance for Hobart there.
Schneider had a beautiful opportunity, and that's going to be, that shot was just a little wide. And man, oh man, that would have been a beautiful backhand goal, but David Richey was able to outsmart him.
Yeah, Richey there, and you saw the defenseman being able to stop it. Stoppage called due to a high stick. And we'll watch the replay here for Broman's chance, or for the defensive effort. And just could not get caught the corner was the Hobart forward. Again, mere inches away from tying this one at 3 apiece. Richey standing really tall and played that very well positionally, trying to get his leg out to the post, of course.
Yeah, you're going to have to wonder if you're Mark Taylor, when is that empty net going to be coming into effect? That shot is going to be wide, as that was Nenadal trying to get the puck there, but instead it's going to be cleared away. And here comes Scorpio. Scorpio tries to get that pass out to Sullivan, but wasn't able to get there. And instead, we got Bell puck right near our side, and it looks like Nenadal was able to come away with it. There's a pass out to Benamarito. Benamarito trying to make a move, but Campbell was able to hold strong and hold his ground. And now here comes the pass to Scorpio. Scorpio, 150 left to go. Scorpio has the time. He's going to take a shot. That's going to be saved right away by Connell, as he didn't have to really do much there.
Yeah, and on the entry, it looked like Scorpio dragged down a Hobart defenseman. Again, their bench not very happy with the referee staff tonight.
Good change there between Scorpio and Zizek, as Connell was not able to secure the puck, and instead play continues. And on the other end, David Richey is going to hold that puck, as we got 1:24 left to go in regulation, Matt. And now coming up with our post game, we got Kristen Beyer, Mike Morano, Dylan McGuinn. They will be going to go over stats and highlights throughout the complexion of this game. That is all coming up on the post-game intermission report.
Yeah, and it looks like Hobart's going to take a timeout here. Their head coach, Mark Taylor, in his 19th season with Hobart College. And one of the most impressive things about this team and really the history of Hobart College and how good they've been late is last year was their 4th straight conference title. And not only that, the last season was his 16th straight winning season with Hobart. What a tremendous program they've built that really does rival Coach Gosick's program here in Oswego.
Now, if you're Hobart, most likely this is why they took the timeout. Mark Taylor is probably going to get that empty net opportunity. Who is your go-to if you're the Statesman?
You know, I think McDougal's one of those top guys. He's arguably got the best shot on the team. 3 goals in 4 games played so far. He's a left shot that plays on the right wall, on the right wing, which means he's got a really good shot. He opens up and is able to find the far side and even the short side. But then you look at some of the grittier guys, a guy like P.A. Martino, and even some of your captains, like a guy like Jonas Dupal. He has 5 goals himself, and you want to get those guys that are bigger, more physical, that can stay in front of the net and get those gritty goals, because at 6-on-5, that's the type of goals you're going to see. You're not seeing a lot of clean looks. You're going to see a lot of goals, a lot of puck play right in the crease area, and Richey in the defense has got to be strong for Oswego State in the last minute 24. As we see Connell starting this sequence on the bench, 6 skaters for Hobart.
Let's see if the empty net will be in effect, or will Oswego be able to hold on? Here we go. Battle for puck right now, and Oswego clears it out of their zone. As that's going to be 15. TJ Schultz is able to escape back right in time before that was going to go in. McDougal swings that pass over to Tupel. Tupel's just going to dump it. Carter Allen is able to get it for Oswego. Allen tries to dump it off in the zone. Instead, that was going to be blocked right there by TJ Schultz. Now here comes Devin Campbell. Devin Campbell trying to get the puck out. Can't get the puck out of their zone. Hobart has a bunch of opportunities. Here we go. Here comes a shot. That's going to be blocked by Carter Allen, and Hobart's going to have to reset.
Yeah, Oswego's got to get a defenseman out by Richer. They have a lot of traffic in front of the net. Oswego's got to push that away.
Isaac able to clear the puck out, and now it's just dumped out of the zone. Here comes Terry Shaw having to reset. 30 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes Devin Campbell. Campbell trying to get something going. Instead, it's going to be Upel. And now that's going to be Zizek. Tries to dump it off. 19 seconds left to go in the game. Tanner Shaw trying to get something going as Mitch Emerson blocked that. Here comes the pass to Tupel. Tupel to Devin Campbell, and that's a goal! An empty net goal for... Oh, it looks like they're going to be giving that goal to Mitch Emerson. And Oswego is going to wrap things up here at the Marano Campus Center as they now lead by a score of 4-2.
And that's one of the tougher empty net goals you're going to see a team score. Mitch Emerson with a great touch at the blue line. And here it is. With the touch, just whacks it to avoid the icing. And the angle just ends up perfect for Oswego State as it ends up in the yawning empty net.
Yeah, absolutely. Right between the legs of Tanner Shaw. And if you were him, that's got to be very tough, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're expecting a play like that here as Oswego's fine with winding the clock down.
As Hoffnagel is going to get that pass over to Chase Bell, and he is just going to hold it. And that is going to wrap things up here at the Marano Campus Center. The number 6 Lakers take down the number 5 Hobart by a score of 4-2. And that is 2 straight losses for the Hobart Statesmen.
Yeah, it's not bad as it seems for Hobart. Their previous losses last week against number 12 Norwich. So back-to-back losses, never good. But this is a team in Hobart I could still see ranked. Only the second week of the season. Yes, you have 2 losses, but those are against 2 of the top 15 teams in the nation. Oswego now, with Geneseo losing last night to Plattsburgh. You can see Oswego be the number 1 team in the SUNYAC by the end of this weekend with the polls coming out, I believe, on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a great game for Oswego. From the get-go, they really got offense going. That first line set the tempo throughout most of this game. And David Richey, you got to give him a lot of credit. Was very strong in the net, did give up some goals, but he looks really good all throughout.
Yeah, I thought he looked really sharp, and that's something you really want to see if you're the Lakers. Didn't face too many shots, only 10 in the first 2 periods combined, but really was active, made the big saves. If you're a goaltender in D3 hockey, you really want to be able to make the timely saves, and that's what Riche did tonight.
Absolutely. The post-game intermission report is going to be coming up. Don't go away, though. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
It's taste, not toast.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron. And for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
An exciting end to this very, very competitive physical game. These teams, 5 and 6 in the polls, we'll have to wait to see to Monday how everything changes, but I have a suspicion that they're gonna swap places.
Yeah, and expect Hobart to maybe drop a little more, drop a good amount, and with Oswego hopefully coming up a little more, but this is a good statement win by Oswego.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a big early season win, one of their bigger non-conference games they're going to have all year. Looks great on a tournament resume, obviously. A little early to be thinking about that, but it does help a lot.
Absolutely. But as I said before, 3-1 is a dangerous lead, and Hobart proved that when they were able to net a goal early in the third period. So let's take a look at that one. What did Hobart do right on this one?
See what Hobart was able to capitalize off the rebound and have a second chance opportunity, and Blake Coffey was just able to put it in the back of the net. That was a good read by him, getting it off of Richey, and it was really tough for Oswego, to give up a goal this early in the period, about 3:05. It was tough for Oswego to give up that goal, because then they have to have their guard for the rest of the game and hopefully try to capitalize if they can get another goal.
Yeah, I mean, you saw he just comes right down the middle, nobody there. Pretty sure it was Antonucci. He just kind of reaches out with the stick. No problem for Coffey. He comes right down, pad save, easy rebound. So they got to clean up the middle of the lane right there. I thought they got outplayed in the third period, Oswego, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. But there was a no call on Josh Nenadal. We saw that he was holding his face in a lot of pain. And what did you guys think about that?
Yeah, he kind of got away with that, and maybe it would have been, let's just take a look right here in the replay. Big hit there. And, Oswego got away with it. And, it happens sometimes. But, can't really complain if you're at Lakers. They got away with one.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw Nenadal comes in. Looks like he got him a little up high. They definitely got away with that one. There was a hold, too, late in the period. I'm not sure if it was Sullivan or Nenadal, but one of the Lakers held the arm of a Hobart skater. No call there. So definitely got away with a couple calls there in the end of this game.
So, as you guys noted, the refs, sometimes they swallowed that whistle, even though they seemed very happy to make the calls earlier in the game. However, that didn't seem to matter for Oswego, as Hobart ended up pulling their goalie, and Mitch Emerson was able to pot an empty netter. We'll take a look right here.
Yeah, Mitch Emerson, getting some revenge off of Julian Denicourt. Finally, getting the empty netter to put the dagger on this game. And, if you're Mitch Emerson, you're feeling pretty good about that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Took a scary hit back in the first period, and obviously could have ended pretty bad for him. And he stayed in the game, gets the empty net goal. Perfect pass by Devin Campbell, and he just taps it right in. Nice goal.
So, guys, what did Oswego do right in this game? Clearly, they won for a reason, but why?
Goaltending was big. Richey came in clutch. I think one thing they did very well was not getting too, ahead of themselves. They had, they got outplayed a lot in the third period. They were in the zone. They were in their own zone for a lot of it, and you saw players, like Gillespie, putting their bodies on the line, keeping, the puck out of the net, throwing themselves in front, blocking these shots that Richey may not get. So I think that was one thing they did